A what?
Oh, I did like another video game thing, but it was like a win quote, like when you win the fight. I did like another video game thing, but it was like a win quote, like when you win the fight. I think that's in the where I put that one shot. Where I did like another video game.
Yeah, you did.
I should probably start putting in like video games or something.
Okay, let me see something. Did I mess it up? I did. Freaking Lewis Sheet still says level 4, but that's all right. Come on, guys. Look over your own stuff when I send it. That's kind of the point of me sending it to you guys.
Not gonna lie, I just saw mine. I was like, "Hey, we're good."
Yeah, good. I'll fix it. I'll fix it next stream.
I saw the +5 strength and I didn't think much of it.
Yeah, it's a subtle
level.
It's very, very subtle, yeah.
He's never leveling from here on in.
Yeah, for forever.
Yep. Old age level cap.
He stopped learning. He started teaching. I don't know what to tell you.
There you go.
Instead of extra attacks, I just get extra Aaron's excellence rolls.
Now you're on to something.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe Jenkins will say, "Watch out, Amrut."
I think it's just gonna say, "Die, Amrut, die."
No, he just like opens up his chest and there's like a whole thing of popcorn.
Oh God, that'd be amazing. Except he don't eat. He doesn't have a tongue.
Or like a TV screen, you just see Theos. Amrut, we finally found you.
So we're not going to consider the fact that Jenkins set this whole thing up? Alright, I'm just throwing it out there.
Listen, man. I don't know. Oh, by the way, just in case you want to vote for my next class, guys, go ahead. Just put it in the chat. Just in case. Just in case. I'll take suggestions.
No suggestions.
Yeah, the stream too.
I refuse to vote until you're actually dead.
Yeah, same here.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna vote.
No, when you die, for sure.
Oh, we're voting. Gotcha.
Maybe it's one word and it rhymes with Eric. I don't know.
Maybe you need it. Sure, that's a fair suggestion.
Yeah, what you got still on Discord? Let me know what you think. Just wondering how we're going to. Where should we start?
I say at the house because it's funnier for me.
Funnier or more stressful?
Both. That's what a TV show would do.
It sounds like yeah, I know, right? When you pick back up, everyone's waiting a whole week, and they're like, "Nah, fuck that guy." But it looks like the rest of you guys got correct on the sheet thingies. I remember to swap out Judith's proficiency for religion.
Yep. Anything you guys need to know about religion, just let me know.
Hallelujah.
Man, 30 seconds, grab a drink, use the bathroom, make it fast. When we get back, we're gonna do intro and roll call and recap. Intro, roll call, and recap. There we go. Oh, it's hitting good, Chiclati.
I always love the epic soundtracks.
All right. Oh, countdown hit 0. So let's go ahead and do a roll call. Average.
Wrong button here.
Bizian.
Hi, hi.
Big.
Yes.
Cloudy.
I am here.
Sakura.
Present and accounted for.
Nito. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that intro when we get back. 30 seconds. All right. Who would like to do the recap before we go into what's going on tonight?
We got it today, folks.
Very much.
Last time on the Phantoms of the Past. Eonon, Master Mistofar. May the winds guide us together again someday. The funeral was the first one I have ever attended on the mainland. It is so much different than on the Turtle Islands. When someone passes away, they would be prepared in a small raft, where they would be pushed out into the magical sea. All those that loved them offering something to the waters upon their departure, things they may need on their new journey. The magic of the sea, taking it all and reshaping it into something new. I hope the same for my master. He was kind, patient, selfless, and I will carry his name and these traits with me forever. The next few months after, we all went deep into studying and training. The threat quickly approaching is so massive in scale. Palm and her legion of Mouthers, the Night Chapter, Ogobos, Tyrandrum, and the strange phantoms of the past that Phoenix sees in her dreams. The list of enemies was akin to a fast-approaching wall that one would have to climb to survive. Judith's work with In Between the Flames has allowed important information about Night Chapter and this pink ram man to come more into the light. Despite how many journalists he kills, this only fans the flames of Judith and her peers. Phoenix and upgraded Jenkins to 2.0, bigger, stronger than before, and now able to speak more easily. Although, this has given new problems. With Lewis taking up his role as our teacher, he has been more tired than ever, which is saying a lot for the old man. Then Amrut, who has become a bit of a shut-in lately with his potions, other than visiting that Nikita that may be related to his past. If one were to ask my opinion, their energies do not match one another. One cannot be their real self for the other, creating mixed signals with just normal conversation. I see far more of a connection with Amrut and Judith. They challenge one another. While red and blue clash in color scheme, they could make it work. But what do I know? I lived on an island full of salty old monks. Thank Tenko for those retellings of romance novels through scrolls. Otherwise I'd be completely in the dark in these things. But it is proving to be a problem about her condition. There's some form of trigger that Amrut seems too embarrassed to talk about. But he does want her to come with us to our study time in the city where we all first met. Luckily, after embarrassingly trying to request her teacher to tag along, it turned out she was coming too. Before we departed, Lewis saw Tesora's request to see if Headmaster Jailus was free to discuss his time during the Metal Rain campaign, so that they would gather insight on how Yvresse was defeated and who else out there may still be available to help them. But Jay is an old orc, beyond the lifespan of his people, in fact, so his memories may have been faded. But if anything, got him and Lewis to bond together through their advanced ages. We took a trip upon the beings known as Sky Knights. Well, most of my trip was seen in red because of Judith's hair. Very pleasant, but very ticklish. And soon, we would arrive to Icarus, where we stayed at the Inn of the Highland Harpy that the school had paid for. Where Sarah encountered the best bath of her life, and Amrut would help himself to the liquor, and others taking respite before most of the party would leave with Phoenix to visit her family. Unbeknownst to them, it was a showdown of blue versus pink, as the pink ram man, almost as if he had been waiting, arrived to finish what Night Chapter just cannot stop trying to do, which is ruin Amrut's life. While the party arrived to Phoenix's family home, only to see that it may not be her family home for much longer.
1d2 plus 1.
Right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Now, for the rest of you, there is a token on the map. That's similar to the incognito mode picture, if you've ever been down that dark avenue. Yeah, that's intentionally put there, okay? Don't worry about it. Well, I'm putting this on the map now, but your tokens aren't here, so that's how you're viewing things is through that. I thought it'd be funny to use that. But you know, I'm not that funny, so probably not.
We're here to see Amrut's ass get beat, yeah.
Yes, we're here to see. You guys over here, slightly transparent. Second. Amrut. This individual, I mean, you've been tracking his movements for a while, not his exact movements. Apparently, he's been tracking your exact movements. He walks in here with a pair of bloody red wings, clearly made of, well, blood. They're just kind of shifting liquids and even boiling bubbles before he retracts them back into his back. He looks at you and he pulls out a dagger and a scimitar. And he takes a stance you're familiar with because that's what he typically take. And Jenkins looks at you. Jenkins?
Original.
And Jenkins will be able to move and take his defensive option on your turn, but little else. In the meantime, though, see who springs at who first. Maybe you spring at him. Of course you don't. You see him just almost like he has so much hatred for you, even though you didn't do anything to him. He looks at you and he just yells. "Ah!" He runs at you. Now we just put on this track, but we're in combat now. If he gets within 10 feet of you, Jenkins kind of gets in the way a little bit. Give me a strength saving throw as he lifts his hands up and you start feeling your own blood boil.
Ooh, okay. A strength saving throw. Oof, yeah, he knows what this is.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. He pulls you, he lifts you in the sky and pulls you towards him. And as he does that, he cuts into your belly for 8 necrotic damage. As he slides past you, dropping you on the floor, you're prone where he used to be as he tosses you over his head, cutting into you. He spins up to his feet. He just looks at you.
I can do this all day. And is he am I like actually like prone?
Yeah, he when he slams you to the ground, he went prone, yeah.
Gotcha. So I'll stand up and I'll run past him and try and get in front of Jenkins there.
Give me another strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
You fail, he tosses you over and onto the floor behind the thing, knocking you prone again.
Okay,
You just feel him like literally just grab your blood. You would think it's like levitation, but he's using the liquid in your body and he tosses you overhead onto the ground.
Here. If I dash, can I use move to get back up as well?
Yes.
Alrighty. I can't do anything. I will just start moving around here.
Jenkins take a movement to position himself ideally, Sora. I'm not Sora, Phoenix, sorry.
I was wondering if Jenkins could like walk up and try to put his hand on this guy's shoulder.
Sure.
That's what he'll do.
He looks down to Jenkins and he says to you, "This fight is between me and him, the imposter."
Get back, Jenkins.
He'll remove his arm, but stay there.
Turma jumps onto the table and you see him with one hand, he lifts it up and tries to slam you into the ceiling. Give me a strength saving throw.
Alright.
He tosses you to the ceiling where you then fall down onto the table prone, and he stabs at you with his scimitar this time. And he does so twice. The first time is 16
That way.
for 9 slashing. And the second time is unfortunately a crit for 19 damage in total. As he slices you once, he then shoves the blade through your leg and sticks your leg into the table. You're grappled and restrained. It is your turn. He leaves the blade there as he stands up and looks down onto you and spits onto your shirt.
Ooh, can I'm stuck to the table. Can I try and maneuver and do a rhyme spear? From
Yes,
this position? I'll try it.
You do your rhyme spear, but almost like he knows what you're going to do. He flicks out his hand and controls the blood in your wrist, and he throws it at the ceiling. The debris comes falling down, and he jumps off the table. But you're unable to move out of the way. Give me a con saving throw as the debris of the wall falls down.
Ooh. Let's see, a con save. 13.
Now, you don't get hurt, but you're kind of like coughing from the dust and rock and rubble.
boy.
However, I'll say the
The
Ryan Spear at
deposit.
least freed you from the blade in your leg. Is it's a massive amount of pressure and power push the blade out.
Okay, can I use my movement to like roll off the,
Yes.
the bar then? Alrighty, I'll kind of like dug down there.
You see Jenkins kind of get up next to you. Trouble.
You don't say.
And we see Turma. Why do they want you? Look at you. You're worthless. You haven't even put a scratch on me yet.
He doesn't say anything. He just looks up at him.
He does a backflip, giving you an opportunity attack as he lands over here.
Sure.
Oh, but he parries it mid-flip, just pulling out a blade as he jumps. And when he lands, you see a bow is in his hand, and he shoots 2 bows at you. 22 and 21.
Those hit. I can't do that. Ugh.
Yeah, he pops you in the shoulder for 12. And then for a final time, he pops you for 10.
He's out.
Give me a death saving throw.
Alright, let's see.
Follow. Well, no, you automatically fail strength. I think if you're unconscious, you automatically fail strength saving throws, right?
Yeah.
He lifts you up,
Sadly.
slams you on the table with his
That too?
his blood. No, because the slam itself doesn't do damage. It just knocks you prone and repositions you. He slams you down onto the table, and then he goes, "I'm not done with you yet," and he grabs your potion off your belt and uses his action to feed it to you.
Whoa.
When it's time to kill you, they'll be begging for death. You get 1 point of exhaustion, and he heals you for your basic potion, which you can roll yourself, 2d4 plus 2, unless you brought the greater ones, which is 44 plus 4. In any case, he does feed it to you.
That's a standard.
You get 10 hit points.
He'll just wake him. I'll see since we're up there. I'll try and stab him. Try and get him off guard.
That hits him.
Alrighty, like right in the chest.
You see that the blood that goes flying off his face immediately reforms onto his cheek. You do damage, but this is his way of having temporary hit points. Looks like he's regenerating, but you don't think he's truly regenerating.
There's your scratch.
He smiles. Pitiful. And then when he's laughing, you cut him again, and that actually does draw real blood. Could you get rid of the rest of his temp? And 3 of it goes to his hit points. That time he bleeds, and he just kind of licks it on his face. And he goes, "Good. So there is some fight in you." And he goes to stab you with his anti-mat. Oh my god, another crit. Oh no. Oh no, but this is all necrotic. 14 necrotic.
That'll take me out.
He swoops your leg with one hand, and he brings his antimatter dagger down, which looks like it's just constantly like in vibration mode as it stabs into you and it's just shaking. It gives you a second level of exhaustion. Then he looks at, then Jenkins gets on the table, and you could take an offensive measure with Jenkins as you see Turma going for, as he sees Turma going for the kill.
Yeah, deflect attack. I wanted him to do stuff, but no, mechanically he's not supposed to, so.
Well, I'm telling you, you could do everything he normally could do right now.
Okay, well, deflect attack if Turma is attacking, which gives him disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. All right. You see him stab into Amrut, but you kind of push it off course a little bit. Amrut to get a single failed death save.
All right.
Can he take his action?
Yes, he can take his action.
He will take that giant pipe that's on his back now and attempt to actually hit this guy.
It works. You just pop him right in the chest for 4/4.
I think he'd say something simple like, enough.
I'm afraid I'm not going to stop. You see, this is a rip-off, an imitation, a copy. For too long, the organization valued his life. But I will snuff it out like the feeble candle he is.
Amrut friend.
Didn't say anything to you except make a strength saving throw. Except you don't have to, because he goes to get your blood and you don't have any. And he realizes you're not some kid in a suit or some strangely armored individual, you're some type of machine. And he does a scimitar slice at you 2 times. Oh my god, the stream as my witness. I just crit you on both attacks.
Oh my god.
I just
Falcon,
double
please.
crit you on both attacks as a critical hit.
Turn it off.
What in the world?
Turn it off.
Grab the crits, grab.
Oh no. Holy shit. Jesus, too many crits. Wow, these are one of those times I love streaming because you'd be like, bullshit, nah, motherfucker, I'm streaming. Ooh, 33 damage to Jenkins.
I don't know how, but he's down.
So Turma gets mad when you slam him, and in one single swoop, he just slices Jenkins' head off, and Jenkins kind of tumbles down to the ground. Yeah, there's like wires connecting them a little bit, and they're like sparking. And he looks at Amrut, and he doesn't see if he has any immediate potions on him, so he takes one of his own potions, a greater, and pours it down your mouth. I'm not done with you.
40. Okay.
I rolled it real quick. Since it was his, I rolled it. If it's yours, I'll let you.
Got it.
When you come through, you're coughing up blood, you're injured, and this dude is literally beating you up so much, and he tells you he's not gonna let you die until you die from exhaustion.
That's crazy. Seeing Jenkins on the ground there with his head off, he'll look back up to Turma. You said it was between us.
He attacked me, and then I finished the work.
You bastard. And he will... We'll try and do Witch Bolt from right there.
Yeah, you just blast him. You start shocking him. So you have some tricks of your own.
I don't know what you were told, but I'm not the faker here.
He tells you, 2 minutes. That's all I have. And then this place will be swarming with Sky Knights. And in that time, I'm gonna have you die. Not from my blade, but from your wounds. 1,000 cuts. And he just smiles as I need a strength saving throw.
Alrighty.
He gets right here and he tosses you out that window. But before you break into the window breaks itself. You can see Turma immediately go, no one's that fast. No one should be able to get here in time. But you see a big ass monkey grab you. Put you on the floor and rolls it to initiative. He looks different, but you can tell it's Dando. But he looks more monstrous in his rune form. He looks down to Amrut. He just goes, "The others were on their way, but I knew I could get here faster." And that's when he realized that outside the facility, there's actually like lights protruding in the sky, like kind of like a modern alarm system, probably something Clamdor came up with.
Forget me. Make sure he doesn't get away.
All right. Turma, I have Dando do a strength saving throw. Oh, and I'll pop his shark art and shit. He has an advantage in this form, which is the DC again? He makes it. He's exactly what he needs. He stands his ground and Dando's up. And let's shoot off Whisper real quick. I think he's on Whisper. $16 misses. 14 misses. 13 misses. He attacks him 3 times, but Turma just slap, rolls out of the way.
Still here. And I'll try another Rhyme Spear.
That hits him point blank as he dodges Dando's attack. You just smash him, and you can tell that hurt. Just blood flies out of his mouth.
Keep going. Hold him down.
And Turma looks, reading the room. He sprouts his bloodied wings. Fortunately, don't provoke opportunity attack and provide him with some temp. And he begins flying away, straight out the window. You can hear the 3 harpies pursue him. He guts one of them, instantly guts one of them. He hasn't escaped yet. And Dando, if his ridiculous 90 movement speed, is going to dash. Oh, nice. About time I got one for the good guys. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Make a dex save, too? Okay.
Oh, boy.
He makes the save. But you see him, he's super hurt. Amber, you're up.
All right, I'll run.
Get you at half movement.
Oh, I have movement? Okay, that's it.
With exhaustion too is half movement.
So that's my full movement then, that's what, 15?
Yeah.
Oof, let's see.
Oh, did Dando only get 1 attack that time?
When he does his dash,
Okay, got it.
he can make a single offhand attack.
Oof.
Turma looks behind him at the monkey. This isn't over. I'm coming for you. And even though he's looking at Dando, you feel that his attention on them because they're in melee, but he's talking to you, Amrut. He stabs one of the harpies, doesn't kill it, but stabs one of them, and he shoots off the side, releasing his wings and falling. But Dando's pretty gangster. He just starts scaling the side of the walls. And they're like almost at an equal drop off, but Turma taking more to the sky and less towards the side of the wall. Dando eventually has to stop pursuing. That takes us out of this fight.
I'm gonna make my way to the window here. Like I'm probably limping as well.
Yeah, you get exhaustion. You're really hurt. That guy kept healing you just so he can beat you up some more.
So yeah, I'll go outside there. Can you get me out there?
Oh yeah, invisible barrier. Lol. Yeah. Daniel looks at you and he begins powering down. Ugh. I hate this form. That makes me look fat.
Stop whining, and I'll heal the harpy here, if possible. She's not dead yet, is she?
Oh, we don't know. You can do a heal or medicine check. It's up to you.
Gosh, we'll see here. I do have one more potion. I'll use the potion.
You give her the potion and see her eyes open up. She looks at you and she starts freaking out because you look like the guy that stabbed her, but it all happened so fast that even though you guys are a total different shade of color, every other resemblance is one for one. She gets really scared. How do you calm her?
It's not me. Wait, I'm not him.
Yeah, lady, calm down. The other harpies kind of Sorsale and Ventrell help Marcel. And eventually she regains her posture and she just, these aren't like war red harpies. They're city raised. And they're not used to fights. They used to deliver in mails. And they look at you and she just starts thanking you. Thank you.
It was the least I could. And he passes out. He falls back.
Then I'll catch you. Whoa! And you can hear in the distance as we leave this scene calls from Amalexia. And I told you not to go ahead too much. Well, it's not my fault you can't keep up. And the teacher eventually arrives long before the students, just really honoring the fact that Daniel's extremely fast. As Amalexia arrives, and again, soon shall the others. But for now, we'll leave this to Amrut unconscious in Daniel's arms, and Amalexia running in whatever age she can. Now, to some more cheery stuff. Oh yeah, let me borrow this in my aim viewer. Or is it really more cheery? We'll see. All right, do you guys have vision?
Yeah.
Yep, all good.
Hopefully this eyeball thing's working for you, average.
It is, yeah.
So Phoenix, you just knocked on your aunt's door.
Well, actually, I don't know that she would knock. She would, like, that note was up there, which I imagine is probably hammered in at like a typical 5-foot level or whatever. So she would jump up to grab that note, put it in her pocket after she said a couple of words, and then she would just fling the door open. She doesn't knock on home's door.
And it's unlocked because despite what just happened, Icarus is extremely low crime rate unless you live at the absolute bottom.
She will kick the toes of her boots against the threshold of the door to get off any loose dirt. And she will walk in. And she'll look around the corner. She'll be, what's a gnome got to do to get some food around here?
Oh my god. Phoenix! Oh, Phoenix!
In the flesh.
And you see Sindra Chabani runs up to you and just gives you the big hug, even though she's like all messy because she's preparing dinner.
I'm sure she like picks Phoenix up and turns around in a circle. She's like, yes, I'm here. You're embarrassing me. There's friends.
She smiles. Oh, friends? No. Family in this house? Hello, I'm Auntie Sindra Chabani. Come inside. Come on, you're hungry, yes?
Always.
Yeah, of course.
Phoenix quickly points to each one of them. That's Judith. She's a reporter. Don't tell her nothing you want secret. That's
Hello,
Sora.
Judith Bloom, Between the Flames. Hello, Sandra. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's Sora. She'll become your new adopted daughter any minute now.
Nunley.
And that's Lewis. He's my teacher. Be good to him.
Oh, a teacher at the premier school of the Rune Warriors.
He is also single.
She just kind of laughs. Well, come inside. Make yourself comfortable. I was told you'd be coming, Phoenix, but I didn't know it was going to be today.
Yeah, sorry. We kind of do whatever the Academy wants us to do. Where's Paz?
Oh, he's out, but he'll be here later. Oh, he's going to be so excited to see you. I should send out a letter, shouldn't I? Yes, I'll do exactly that. I'll be right back. Get comfortable. There are snacks in the kitchen. And she runs. So there's local, just kind of like newspaper runners and people who run letters throughout the city. If you kind of think like City of Ember style, like there's mostly kids doing it. You put up a letter, these kids grab one, run throughout the city as fast as possible, and they're paid purely in tips. And that's exactly what happens here. She'll come back really soon, but in the meantime, you guys could settle in the home. She's so excited she wants to get everybody here.
Sorry, I am forgetting my own cousin's names.
I do that in real life.
Your home is so cozy, Phoenix.
Laszlo, Vidi, anybody home?
Eventually, you do hear someone in the other room just goes, "Ah, Phoenix is here." And he's got a real a real grim tone to him, but he seems all right when he comes out from the storage unit. He looks at you, Phoenix.
Oh, of course, the loser's home.
It's good to see you as well. I'm afraid you won't find your younger brother here. Or well, cousin in this case, but for them it means no difference to
Yeah, they're brothers.
what you use. Yeah. He tells you that, so these are your friends from the academy.
Yeah, hey, actually, believe it or not, we kind of wanted to talk to you, just not with Auntie around.
Well, I suppose now it's a perfect opportunity. She's quick, that old lady. You better make it fast. But it is good to see you.
Whatever. Judith, show him the picture of you know who.
Sure. Hello, I'm Judith Bloom, Between the Flames. And what's your name, sorry?
You didn't tell me you had such attractive friends, Phoenix.
She is out of your league. Don't even dream it.
Ooh, fun.
He laughs.
Judith doesn't even acknowledge it. She's just more like, what was your name again? Sorry?
He looks at you and just goes, Vidkon. You can call me Vic if you want. Or Kond. But just don't mess up the D, okay?
I jot it down, and as I pull out the paper of the photo of the crime site.
Yeah, you know this guy? You running with him or anything?
Mm-hmm. You get paid good at the academy, don't you, Phoenix?
Yeah, and I've been sending money home, and there's a freaking note on the door saying rent's due. Has she been spending all of the money on you?
Maybe once or twice. Get me out of a spot that I was wrongly, well, you know the rest.
Yeah, well, my fist is gonna find another spot, so you better fess up any information you have.
Look at this place. Our mother, your aunt, lives above her means. Even your funds cannot save it.
That is neither here nor there right now. We need to know if you got any info on this guy. You ain't working
Yes.
for him, are you?
His name is Turma.
Tell us stuff we don't know already.
Excuse me, you've only just given me the file.
Oh, I thought I just gave him the photo of the crime
Yeah.
scene.
Oh, the photo.
No.
Then yeah. So then even better.
I don't think Turma's even in that, right?
Well,
Or was
that's
he?
what was the picture of Turma is what Phoenix was referring to. Sorry.
Oh, got it. Then I'll give him the photo of Turma then.
Okay, yeah. I assume he only had the immediate photo. He looks at the photo and just goes, "Turma. He works in the underbelly at the bottom of Icarus."
Yeah, you know where he is?
I know where he is most days, but he's not the type of individual you can get access to.
Unless you work for him like you, right?
I may have done a job or two in his name. I don't work for him.
That's good. If you get the opportunity, don't, because it's going to break your mom's heart.
And perhaps it's already cracked. Like I said, I've done small stuff for him. It's not directly.
Are you like a freelance criminal? Is that the gig here?
We all play to our strengths, reporter.
Viddy here has never had a good idea in his damn life.
Whatever the case, it's my field of business that seems to aid you in this hour.
We were going to aid you by taking care of him. He's bad news. Stay away.
Yes, there's been a lot of talk about an individual named Amrut. Not sure if you're familiar with that name or not.
What's the news about him?
There's a hit on his head.
From this guy? She points to the picture.
No, he's just the one that recently picked it up.
How much is the bounty?
Oh. Let's see here. I'm giving out a lot of information. I'm not getting anything.
How about I paint your picture?
He looks at Phoenix. Does she know how to paint?
Yeah, actually. I'm sorry, player having a brain fart. Yeah, she's quite good. Even threw off some of the people at the fancy university.
Fine. What was your question again? Julia?
Miss Bloom to you.
Miss Bloom, what was your question?
What was the bounty for this Amrut character?
I believe last I checked, it was about 2,000 gold pieces for his head.
That's it? Sorry.
It's the slums. What do you expect? We don't live in the novelties of the nobles above. That's a lot of money for us. That's enough to pay off this very apartment 2-3 years. For an adventurer, a reporter like yourself, it may not seem like a big change.
How much is? Sorry. Just now I'm just super curious of how much is owed on this house.
About 326 gold pieces. But for a working hand, who only earns about 15 gold a month, yeah, she's behind. But I do my part. It's not my fault she won't take my money. I still work for it, whether it's good money or bad. Money's money.
Where's Laszlo?
Give me an insight.
Yeah, she don't believe none of this stuff. Whether that's correct or not, she don't believe him.
Let's put some more investigatory music on. This is like real cheery, this douchebag. There we go. Here we go.
If that isn't sufficient, Lois is willing to burn Aaron's excellence.
Sure. Not a matter of sufficient, it's a matter of being certain. Right now, she could get some information, but you might be to give her more. When you mention Laszlo, he looks very concerned, but he just tells you, I don't know, out and about, speaking to people who don't work hard.
Yeah, well, at least he's never done anything to hurt his mom like you.
He smiles and he sits on top of the incognito symbol.
Is my room been switched out? Did she like clean it out like she was supposed to? Make it open for runners?
Yeah, she rented your room out. You won't believe who brought it.
Who?
Frankie.
Oh shit. Things that bad, huh?
Frankie doesn't even stay there. I think it's just an excuse to give your aunt some money since she won't take it what she refers to as a handout. Though I see she still spends your money on appropriate stuff.
And what would that be?
Well, catching up on her bills and bailing me out of the marshal's loving hands.
You son of a bitch. Is he sitting down?
Yeah, he's just sitting down. He's got his feet up on the desk and he's like winking at Sora.
She's gonna come along and smack him on the back of the head since he's at her height.
Ah, come on, now it's all fun.
Yeah, she's supposed to be getting the hell out of here. I'll have a word with Paz.
This is your mighty teacher. I heard you correct earlier. He looks Lewis up and down.
Phoenix is gonna go into the kitchen and find anything to eat.
That'd be right.
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a crap ton of pastries, which is interesting because she was always a cook, but she was never much of a baker. But she's been spending her time learning new things in this regard. And you see that there's cornbread, there's all types of cakes, and even freshly baked breads.
God, she's gonna feed an army or something. Phoenix will put several variety of pieces on a plate and bring it out in case anybody else wants it.
It says that they knew you were coming because the school alerted them, but they didn't know you were coming today. So she's just been preparing a lot of baked goods.
Could I tear off have a little piece of my paper and write Amrut, be careful, there's a large bounty on your head, and tear the piece of paper off and throw it in the fire to send to him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll just...
He looks at you and he tells you, "No, that's a fancy trick you got there."
Yeah, well, when you work for Between the Flames, there's a lot of great perks. I'm sure there are perks in your criminal life as well, right?
Yes, like I could tell you more about this Turma. Perhaps me and you should have a drink first, get to know each other better.
Not really a alcohol individual, but if you have a nice tea or something, I'm happy to listen.
Just strictly alcohol, unfortunately. Though you see a bunch of mendies around here for tea and other drinks.
Phoenix is just like sighing, like this. Judith will run circles around her cousin as far as she's concerned. She is feeling bad for Judith that she's having to put up with this, but at the same time, if it is the only way to get accurate information out of Vincent, she's just gonna let it go.
Phoenix, is it okay if I make some of the tea that's right here behind us?
Make yourself at home. Sindra wouldn't have it any other way. Here, I'll help you find the stuff. And she'll go through and get pots, water, whatever.
I'll see if there's like a nice like a lavender tea. If not, maybe like a ginger or something.
You would find ginger for sure.
Okay.
Especially in this mountainy region. So you start preparing. Vid just leans against the wall and puts his finger and runs it across his scar, all the way down to his chin. And he tells you, "Fine, if you want to have a drink with me. Now, for every question you ask me, I get to ask you one. You answer truthfully. There has to be some kind of take and give.
Or I can just punch you.
All right, you get 2 questions to my 1. Come on, I'm being reasonable here.
Yes, just stop moving so much, please.
I'm okay with that.
Well, you get 2 questions before I ask my first.
Say ask your first one first.
How does Elf wind up working at one of the most premier locations for news? All of our great Elder Earth.
You ain't gonna get a job there, Viddy. You need to be able to spell.
Is Vid an elf? Did I miss that?
Yeah, he looks the part.
He's half elf.
Oh.
They're all half elves.
Okay. Half elves are super rare here, right?
Yeah, they're not even a playable race. They're
Oh,
very
never
rare.
mind. My bad.
No, they could be half elf. They're just really rare. Mechanically, you choose a full elf line, but they could be half still.
Yeah, I'll say, well, that's quite easy. They're always looking for people who are able to flesh out the truth, different stories, and sometimes aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. Being an elf has nothing to do with it.
He just looks at you and he smiles. Were you always born to this privilege? You know he's trying to be sneaky to get a second question out of you by roping it into his first.
Yeah, that's okay. That's your first question already there, old Viddy.
Smiles. Well, you get 2 then.
How familiar are you actually with working with Turma?
Did 3 jobs with Turma. Each of those require their own question, of course.
What was the most dangerous job?
We had to steal a wyvern from the Sky Knights, really trained individuals, to experiment on them.
Okay. I believe you're up. She's like steeping the tea.
What's the chance that we can go on a date? If I clean myself up, that is.
Hey, you can count to 0. That's a good one there.
He smiles. I believe she owes me an answer, Phoenix.
Question was, what's the chance of going on a date with this individual?
Yes, if he cleans himself up.
I'd say it depends on where we go. If it's somewhere that's enticing, maybe quite high. If it's somewhere unsatisfactory, not gonna happen.
Told you she's out of your league.
As far as I'm concerned, she worked for Between the Flames. Getting a tour of Wizards Weekly, her competitors, sounds like quite the date.
You ain't got no connections.
But that's all I've got. That's all I'm worth.
Since when is Wizards Weekly dealing with the gutter rats?
That's at a tour. The best view of the city is from on top. We'd have to be sneaky if that's not below you, Miss Bloom. You see, there's no public access to Wizard Weekly's main office. Some say it's a bunch of fairies and pixies doing works, but I've seen it for myself, and it's a sight to behold. I could take you there, you know. Wait till it's dark, of course. Darker, that is.
That's actually a little more enticing than I thought. Your first attempt would be.
He smiles and he tells you, being a criminal, as someone called me, does not mean I'm not without my persuasion.
I was thinking maybe something, maybe a little more in the slums, as they say. A little more dangerous, maybe.
You're looking for adventure, then you found the right person.
mean, any friend of Phoenix, I'm sure, can hold their own in any sense of danger, right?
Phoenix doesn't approve of me, but I am family. And I would still throw myself on any of those gutter blades before I let them harm her.
You're full of shit, Vinny.
You see him, he sniffs himself and lifts his pants and looks behind himself. I don't think so.
You do very much seem like family.
Phoenix
take
is
us?
Go ahead.
Could you take us to where this Turma's hideout is?
It would
Maybe
take
we
me
go
some
in-
time. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Oh, I tried to catch what I could see in you, if that makes sense. When you're ready, you can go look at it on the table.
Well, you've got one more question, Miss Bloom, and then I'll check this painting out.
What's really happened to your brother?
You see, he gets like really nervous, and it's like nothing.
I see the concern. There's nothing there.
Not for this painting.
Vinny,
Oh,
I will knock you out.
Phoenix, your family backs out of the deal so quickly. I had no idea that this is what we were dealing with here.
I'll spend a point of inspiration to see the quality on this.
Okay.
And,
It's remarkable. You've definitely caught the essence of his scar, his prized possession. There's a lot of different stories of how he got that scar, but Phoenix could tell you that it was just from a cloth hanger that cut his face. But the other stories are far more interesting and more brutal.
Sora gestures to the side of his face on the painting where she captures that cockiness that he's been demonstrating on half that face where most of the scar isn't, as he's looking off frame, as he usually does. But as the scar runs to the other side, he would notice that Sora had made his eyes. One eye definitely had vision as his focus. The other eye seems distant, hollow, as if he has seen things that he can't unsee. Where a shadow creases that side of that painting, because she can sense there's things he wishes that were different, things that could go forgotten. I hope you like it. I try and paint to capture the essence of the person, whether it be their aspirations or what I can feel from them.
What happened to Laz is a matter of family concern. That is an answer, even if it's not the one you wish to hear.
I'm family, and I am concerned.
And perhaps you should go to your old room. It's not like the old bird uses it anyways. Will not expose family secrets to strangers, even if you think of them highly.
Fine. She takes a step back and gestures her arm to the stairs. After you.
He walks, but before he gets up the stairs, busting back in is Syndra. And behind her, she didn't just get the post, she got them. And you see your brother? Your other cousin. I keep saying brothers because they're brothers. I'm gonna mix those two up. Just roll with it.
Paz is her best friend.
Yeah, Paz looks. He's so happy to see you. You see him. He just kind of like dances in his spot. Just kind of, oh, there she is.
She does a real quick hand gesture to Vitson, meaning her eyes are on him, and this ain't over. But she will run to Paz.
And
walk briskly.
He looks at you and he just goes, there she is. Estava home. And next behind him, popping in the door, it's me, Frankie. And he's just kind of like smiling too, and they both come inside. You didn't think I missed your big day when you came home, kid, did you?
Oh, Frankie, good to see you.
And Pascal looks at you and he goes, "You must tell us all about your adventures. But first, while Mother's been cooking far too much food for all of us, and Frankie will tell you it's starting to show." Just a little. He smacks his belly and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of helped myself to some of it. I couldn't resist.
And she smiles. We should all sit down. Sit down. Come in.
Yeah, hey, if it's all right though, Paz, I'd like to have a little talk outside if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure Judith and Lewis here, she kind of looks back with her eyes saying like, I am so freaking sorry, would love to tell you all about the university.
You have no idea. And in fact, Miss Sindra, we made some tea. Here you go. And I'll bring up a tray and some cups. Let's tell you all about it and how amazing Phoenix is. And I give her a little tussle.
Oh, nothing she says is true.
As everyone up there is gathering, Sora will carefully give Vidkun that portrait of himself and give him that big smile she always gives off. You can trust me and my friends. I hope within the time we know each other, we can be seen as family too.
He takes a photo and says, "It's really nice." Then he realizes you're a girl and he's like, "So what's the chance you'll go on a date with me one of these days?"
But the problem is my brother is very protective and he can outrun any living being on the planet.
Well, it's not someone I want to get in bad with.
Yeah, it's kind of a buzzkill, but that's what I work with. But thank you for the offer.
He nods and looks at this painting. I think I'll put it up in my room. Say, but just out of curiosity, how much could a painting like this fetch? Not that I'd sell it, but I'd like to know the value when I talk about it with others.
I have no interest in monetary wealth. You can put any number you want on it.
He smiles. All right. He walks upstairs. I'll be back.
And then Sora would join the others.
You see, Syndra's getting you all. Just for now, she's getting you light snacks. She tells you that dinner will be ready soon. You can smell it from the kitchen. It is glorious. Something very special. Probably an Icarus classic, some type of bird. They like their birds up here in the sky-piercing mountains.
Is Frankie okay with that?
Yeah, Frankie's looking at her like, "Whoa, hold on. You didn't tell me you were serving the chicken again. I told you about the chicken, Charbani. I told you." And she's like, "Oh, don't worry. I got you something else." And Frankie just throws his hands up. "Come on, you chicken this, chicken that." They have like the little side conversation. But as you guys step outside, or well, Phoenix does, Pascal looks at you and he's got a smile on his face. "What's going on, Phoenix?"
Okay, look, I only got maybe 2 days before the university's gonna make me go sit under clam door of all people. But look, and she pulls the folded rent due notice out and unfolds it and holds it up to him. This was on the door when we got here. You want to tell me what the hell is going on? Haven't you been getting the money I've been sending you?
You see Pascal looks at you and he kind of takes you a little bit up her like, "Mom's got good hearing. Come up this way." She's been taking this off the door at least once a week. But she just took one off yesterday. You're telling me they put another one up? They're getting persistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you don't pay rent. I wasn't joking when I said you need to get her the hell out of Icarus Pass. Things are gonna get bad.
Your aunt won't tell you. She's a proud woman. Proud lady. But we got into some trouble. And by we, I mean... Yes.
He is being really shady about Laz. Where's Laszlo?
Laszlo is the problem. Laszlo is being held by one of Vin's old bosses. And it's been costing us a lot of money to make sure he's being fed, clothed, and retains the life he has. And we're nearly done paying him off with the funds you've been sending.
What the fuck? No, that's not how you handle this stuff. God. She like turns around and is looking up into the sky, trying to just take this information in.
The Sky Knights, they don't help people on the bottom, only the people on top. And the Sky Knights we have talked to were in his pocket. And it cost
Frickin'
us
figures.
one of Laszlo's fingers.
God damn it.
And you know Laz. He's the softest of us.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't kill him.
Yeah. So, y'all, he's putting on a brave face. But there's been much stress in this home, as you can imagine.
And if me and my friends go and break him out, they're just gonna come after you guys once we're gone, aren't they?
Yep, they'll just wait till you leave. If you choose a violent avenue, the Undercity will win. And we'll just be another family marked off the town.
Vitsa needs to go away. He needs to leave so that the rest of you can get out of here and get your lives right.
His new employer, some pink creature. Not sure what it is. They hang out frequently.
How often? Like nightly?
Well, weekly. His line of work, that's really frequent, however.
Paz, I know this guy. He's bad news. Like, Vitson is way in over his head. He can't handle this shit. Laszlo's missing thumb is gonna be nothing compared to what's gonna happen to Vidi if he does one thing wrong.
I know. I think our brother too far this time. But what do we do?
I am so pissed. I want to just go in there and teach them all a freaking lesson. As much as I hate these universities, it's actually been really good for me. And these people in there, they have their quirks, but they are amazing. You would love to see them on the battlefield. They are so good, but God, I can't stay here and protect you guys forever.
And the city's big. And I fear that this individual is directly related to our brother that went missing.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of thing you would do. Well, that pink guy is on our list. He's gonna get what's coming to him eventually. We're trying to track him down. I wonder if we can follow Vidi.
He looks at you and he goes, "One day I'll help change this city. But for now, we must stay the course. We will find a way to get our brother back. I'm sure you can come up with something clever."
Real quick above game, what was the position of Mal? She was like not the captain. I can't remember the name of the position she had.
Oh, hi, Marshall.
I actually met the High Marshal of Icarus. I don't know if she would take an audience with me.
She's a good lady, that one. I think she wants to do right by this city. You never know what she's thinking. Very reserved in her outlook on things. But I know that she's feared in the underbelly, and your brother, his brother most certainly does not like crossing her path.
I gotta see what we can do. It's all about who you know, and I'm finally getting to know a couple people. But this is not all right. I can't keep sending you money forever.
Yeah, he nods.
Just lets out a sigh.
But there is some good news in all this.
I could really use some good news.
I feel I can't spoil it. Your aunt would like to tell everyone.
She ain't pregnant, is she?
No. Especially not with Frankie.
Is Frankie and come on, no.
No,
Please,
no.
no. I can't take that.
I think more Frankie than my mom.
Okay, give me a minute. She just like kind of closes her eyes, takes a sigh. puts the happy face back on. I only got like 2 days. We gotta figure shit out, but yeah, for now, it's gonna make Sandra happy.
Not. Before we walk back in, what are the rest of you doing? How are you engaging Sindra or Frankie or each other? What are you guys up to in there? And then we're gonna go back to you really soon, Average.
How possible is it if while we were sitting there chatting and like going in, like having tea and stuff, if I could convince Sindra to pull out some photo albums of Phoenix?
I mean, you were thinking about making the suggestion before she started pulling out old paintings that she had done for the family.
Oh yes, this is Phoenix right here.
You know, she always kind of looked the same, just got bigger until she stopped growing.
Look at that nose, she's so adorable.
And Frankie's like, yeah, that's Phoenix for you. She's a hard worker, hard soul, hard spirit, hard personality. She's got it all.
Can I say while you guys are going through those, most of them, she's like little kid, which is cool, but there's probably one from when she's a baby. And there's a woman, a gnome woman with dark hair, probably holding her, playing with her on the floor or something. And she doesn't look like anybody else in this household, but there's one with her there.
Bonnie, who is this person right here?
He looks at you. You know I'm not her mother. But that's a story for another day. But she's my kid, I'll tell you that much. She's my everything. All of my children are. Well, most of them are. Some of them they're mine, but not my everything anymore, at least. See, she's joking, but you can sense a level of seriousness in there.
Did you raise them all like a surrogate situation or like an adoptee situation?
Well, some could say. Mostly just Phoenix. But as far as I'm concerned, she's mine.
I completely understand.
In any case, she talks about all of you. She writes home. You work at Between the Flames. Of course, you've got some photos of my dear Phoenix's adventures so far. The ones that she probably wouldn't want you to show me, but she points down to the booklet. Mess up.
I am going to pull out a photo of Phoenix from one of our adventures. Let's see here. Where's a good one? I'll say, she's kind of tough because she always moves out of the way from my photos. But it'll take me a second, but I will find one. I'll just find one. Obviously not the one I just took of her standing in front of that guild thing, but after we completed the that first mission or whatever in the guild, or not the guild games, but in the school's games, I'll give her one of the copies of that. I'll say, here you go. This is all of us. You can add this to your book.
And she does exactly that. And then she looks at the more quieter people and she's just like, and so you're the teacher at that premier school. How long have you been teaching there? Is your name Lewis, was it? Should I call you Professor Lewis? Or what title is appropriate to a teacher at the academy?
He also accepts old man.
But Professor would be hilarious. Would be fantastic.
So, Professor, how long have you been teaching at the academy for?
As the flurry of comments are just being put out, and his face is just like slowly contorting, but it's still smiling. But you could tell that he's a little bit, I don't know what the word for this would be. A little annoyed, probably.
Oh no, that's just
Yes.
extra homework face.
Just Lewis is fine.
He
I've
smiles.
only been around for a bit. But I can show you that Phoenix is doing just fine.
Oh, okay. Are you retiring soon?
already done that. Isn't the type of life I want to live. I'd rather be around here with these folks.
Well, at the very least, I can stuff your belly with food. And today you don't have to worry about school. You can just worry about being around good people.
That'd be
Here,
nice.
here.
He whispers to you, Bloom. Not the most chatty, is he?
He opens up. Just, give him some time.
And then looks at Sora. And for you, my darling?
I met Phoenix back when she went to the fair, almost a year ago now. My first impression of her was so wonderful. She was flying through the air on a statue or some sort of animal shape off of the Ferris wheel. And then, a year later, she became my best friend. I didn't have much of a choice in the family I made back at the Turtle Islands. But I chose Phoenix to be my friend. And ever since then, she's been close at my side, making my life happier and always impressing me with what she's able to do with her hands. Then she'd stand up in a bouncy way, undoing her headband and coming over to Charbonne and putting it in her hands where it's actually the goggles. Put these on, and goes over to the fire, kind of obscuring its light so the room darkens a bit. Those she made for me, and I have no idea how she did it, but she's one of the most impressive people I have ever met in my life.
She figured it out, did she? I remember I sent her up before. What do they call it? Schematics? Something like that. Wow, they look even better than the picture. And you see that Cinder's wearing it and looking. And she's really excited. She's just like, oh my God, Phoenix does so much. So good. And Frank goes, I taught her everything I knew. But did she teach me? That's the real question.
I view her as my family. And try and always show my appreciation whenever I can.
She's got a big heart. Doesn't might take her some time to come out of her shell. She definitely has a big heart.
She was not super into me when we first met. Thought I lacked pockets, so I fixed that issue.
And at this point, Pascal and Phoenix will be walking back in. And as you guys walk back in, before we get to, we're going to go back to another scene briefly. So at this point, you guys are already be inside. And you're kind of in one of these beds. And Alexi is with you. And Daniel's just, you see he's like running around the perimeter, just constantly shifting around the entirety of the building. The other students would have gotten there by now. But the only one in the room with you is the rest of them are kind of sitting around watching the perimeter is Nikita. And she just kind of looks like devastated. And as you kind of like breathing heavy and got a swollen eye and you're looking at her, you can see that she looks like she's about to have a panic attack. Knowing her for how long as you've known her, she's wondering if she did this. She's why this happened.
Don't worry, I'll be okay.
And I'm Alexia tells you, what happened exactly? Why did that individual attack you? I didn't get a look at him at all.
Well, what you would have saw is this. He takes out one of the photos of Turma.
That chapter?
Yeah.
I'm tracking the individual that looks like you. The fact that he attacked you here. It's almost like he knew where we were going before we even got here. Maybe our fears are true. There's a mole in the academy.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just me.
You think he could see through you?
I mean, looks just like me. Has similar abilities. Wouldn't be too far off.
Give me a deception, but I'll give you advantage to cancel out your disadvantage since you have the knowledge advantage here. There's no reason not to believe you. Good. You see Nikita kind of sweating a little bit, and then almost like she doesn't know if she did anything wrong. She's goes back to this really peaceful demeanor. She goes, "Oh my God, what happened, Amrut?" And you know that Nikita Ido is not here, and Alexia just kind of looks like, "Oh, okay, get back. He needs his space." And she looks at you one more time, and she kind of exits the room, and it's like asking about what happened. But Alexia looks at you and tells you, "Oh, you've been beaten up pretty bad. We're gonna have to bandage this leg. You won't be in full stride for at least a day or two."
It. I'm supposed to meet up with the rest of the of my class at Phoenix's place. Is there another way to get me down there? Or?
By the time you get there, it'll be really late. We could send Dando to let them know of your condition.
Fine. Yeah.
And then she walks out and she calls to Dando. "There ain't no way I'm leaving. If he comes back, you should have seen me. I was pounding him." I'm Alexia just.
I got his number. I'll get him next time. Don't worry.
Dando walks around. "Oh man, oh, he's not gonna believe me. Forgot to ask that guy if he knew Stunning Strike, because then it could have got a little dicey. All right. Fine. Just tell me where our house is."
And then see it on that map out there.
He runs over and looks at the map, and he just goes, "Okay, there's no chance I'll get lost." You see he runs out of the building, and he heads up north, even though he should go down south.
Turns out he really was Sora's brother.
Runs in the family.
Shit. Might not have been our best idea. In any case, I'll sit tight.
All right, and she just kind of tends to your wounds before giving you some type of medicine to help you rest. But while you're sitting there, now that you've had face-to-face contact with him, there's something you realized. Something that's troublesome. When you looked at him, you didn't actually see his pink skin. You only saw your skin. Like you were looking directly at yourself. There was no difference whatsoever. Furthermore, you guys fought same, but it was like it's like you adopted his fighting style, not him copying yours. What are you thinking as you kind of sit in the bed by yourself as Alexia kind of pulls security and unfortunately sends Creed after everyone's favorite monkey, Dando, second favorite. We like Sora.
That can't be right. He'll try and get out of the hammock there. I kind of go into the bathroom in there. And he'll look for a mirror to look into.
Look in the mirror, your eyes bulging, your leg is shaking, you're almost unable to stand. You feel extremely cold, your hair is filled with more red than white. And there's dagger wounds that have been covered up with bandages, riddling your entire body. You barely see yourself, let alone the individual you fought. You just see a weak creature that couldn't defend himself.
Together. And he'll try and stand upright and walk back to the hammock.
Give me a con save or a strength save. One for your physical might and the other for your inner endurance. You kind of collapse, but you quickly get back to your feet. before anyone notices. When you walk into the room, you get a flashback. You and Nikita protecting each other in the night chapter against some of the bigger kids that weren't there to rough you up, but were there to kill you because you were getting ahead of the class. And, you know, once they're no longer relevant, they'll be found in a ditch somewhere. They try to take your life, but you remember that time Nikita got cut right across her chest, a deep wound for you. And the next thing you remember is they were all dead. You were covered in so much blood. Sorry, loud vehicle.
Very loud.
Yeah, very, very loud.
What was that?
Okay.
I don't know. But you were covered in so much blood, you almost looked pink mixed in with your purple. And you're just trying to remember. I mean, are you the real one?
Of course I am. No, it's... I'm real. He's a copy. They made him after because I got away. And can I roll to see if I remember anything else?
Sure. One thing you remember too, while you're telling yourself you're the real one, you see his face and he says, "You're a cheap imitation." In your mind.
Gotcha. Would that be intelligence or would that be...
You can give me a history, which is an intelligence score anyways. What are you hoping to potentially remember?
Whatever the truth is. Because I won't like it if I try and remember when I'm perfectly healed. I'm down right now, so whatever that is.
When you're kind of like down laying there wondering if you're the real one, you just remember a whole bunch of vats, which are like tanks filled with water, and they were just like 8 or 9 of the babies and a little pink boy looking in. And even though you shouldn't have any memory of this because you were one of the floating babies, he asked this masked individual, "Who are they?" And the individual goes, "They're the future of this organization, should you fail." All right. Yes. And you're just floating there, looking at this pink boy. Maybe it's just a trick of the mind, though. It doesn't have to be true. Or you're starting to think maybe you are the clone. Maybe you are the ripoff.
That's not possible. Nikita, Yasuke, the other kids, those were my friends. They're my memories.
Turma, focus. There's Yasuke as you guys are walking. You're about to fight a dire bear. Very dangerous creature. Just focus, Turma. Come on. You're starting to mix, whether it's you or Turma. It's flashing every other scene. It's pink Amrut. It's blue Amrut. It's purple Amrut. It's green Amrut. Focus. Focus. Turma, focus. Amrut, focus.
Stop.
When you say that, you sit in a black room. Light opens up down on you. And there are hundreds of individuals watching you, just their eyes. But as light kind of shines on them, it's just your faces in the crowds, hundreds of you. Maybe not an exact amount of clones, but just the confusion of it all. And they're all pointing at you. Imposter, imposter, imposter.
No, you're the fakes. All of you. I'm the first, the only. I have to be.
You blacked out a little bit there. Nikita standing over you, and she just goes, "But that's not true, is it, Amrut?" And you can see it's your friend.
Then what is true?
We both know.
So if I'm some cheap imitation, then what's the point of any of this?
And it's at this point you realize she has her dagger drawn and she's crying.
What is it, just loose ends? I'm the lab rat that got away.
She gets close to your face. You are my friend. You can feel the dagger going to your belly.
Whoever the real one is, just make sure you kill him too.
And you see Amalexia and them are patrolling outside and stuff, and she drops the dagger on the floor and jumps through the window. And in the room, in the distance, you just see your arm slope over the side. And let's take a 10-minute break.
10 minutes.
I thought I made it.
Holy shit.
Wait, did she jump?
Is out the window. Not like, I don't
just
think
full
she
on
went off the mountain.
See you in 10.
Oof, we missed some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Zora's gonna feel so bad that her friend got so injured while she was away.
Is there even a fireplace for that message to go in this bar?
There's
It
probably a light somewhere.
Pops out of candles or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
There's lights around the
Yeah, there's
facility.
these little things too.
Just
Gotcha.
It's
spot
gonna be
it.
like, no shit.
Oh, I'll read it. I'll get a chance to read it, probably.
I mean, to be fair, we did see another wanted poster, but it sounds like they're really shortening your cousin.
How much was the other one?
Like 5K if he was alive.
Hmm.
We still have access to the sheet in mailbox.
How's the mailbox?
I do appreciate you going that much. It's not that much at all.
Yeah, dead, they want you for 2,500. If they get you alive, they get 5,000.
Like,
Your
what
bounty
the-
has gone down. What the fuck?
I mean, I guess it makes sense around here, because if they're trying to get people from the slums to do it, they'll probably do it for a lot cheaper in comparison to people in the Fairlands.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, they have to make sure their wanted poster is in color, because they could kind of get confusing for them.
Yeah, that's
you're
not
not wrong.
That goes from a yellow to a black mission real quick for whoever that is.
Yeah, that actually probably hurts Turma if it's in black and white.
Yeah, he's like, there he is! And Turmer's like, and you just never see that person again.
Oh no, Turmo's the one that handed the poster.
Yeah, but we got to see Phoenix's family too.
This is
Yeah.
insane.
Her
Oh, yeah.
cousin / brother flirted with me. It was interesting.
God, I can't wait for Dondo to get there. Phoenix is totally gonna be like, oh, and he asked your sister out. See what kind
Oof.
of
Oh my God.
Oof.
Ooh, That's good. I can't stop him if whatever he decides to do. I hope you know. Still a
How
lot.
much? How much do you like your cousin? That's the answer right there. That's all we need to know.
That particular one, I think that's obvious.
Jesus Christ. We got to see Frankie. I imagine people in the streets be like, yo, Frankie!
It's awesome.
It's like, oh, Bobo, what's going on?
Hey, I'm walking here.
Well, you too good for us, Phoenix? Is that it? Huh? Heard you came here on a fucking griffin, eh?
What?
Damn right, finally made it.
Average, you sound all right. Because above board, I didn't plan any of this encounter with Average. He's getting it as you guys are getting it.
This is hard.
Yep. Just in for the ride. I feel like Shadow the Hedgehog right now. I'm like, wait, am I? Hold on. I thought I was the real one. Wait.
But are you? Are you really?
I like how we both use the term faker. Also, you faker. I feel like we started saying like actual like Sonic Adventure 2 lines back and forth.
You know, I guess it makes sense because he's an assassin, but in a one-on-one fight, he's so strong because his marionette thing where he throws people's body around is a reaction, but it's your turn, then he immediately gets his reaction back. It's your turn, then he immediately gets his reaction back. So he could just spam his blood toss in one-on-one fights.
Yeah, it's not fun. I'm sure it's more manageable like as a group, but 1v1 that is not fun.
Oh yeah, no way.
It's like, it's your turn. Here's a strength save. Go ahead. Roll that real quick.
So unsuspecting of me, it being so frequent, you can just thematically just visualize just getting tossed in the walls, counters around it. Which didn't hit me until the second time. I was like, oh god, he's gonna be able to use this often.
Yeah, maybe that'll be me one day. Just throwing motherfuckers. Well, if I survive this session, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, next up is Creed slipping into your little tent.
Oh, please no.
Come the fuck on. We got a few minutes left. I'll be right back.
Okay, when did we break?
We have 4 minutes and 4 seconds left.
Ah, got it. BRB then.
I'll be right back too. Have a piece of pumpkin pie.
There, grab a drink.
Phoenix is kind of looking forward to Judith burning Vidson.
Burning who?
Sorry, in my head his name was Vidson, but then Falcon said Vidcon, so we'll just stay with Viddy.
Oh god. I don't know. I mean, that going to Between the Flames sounds pretty interesting.
You mean the Wizards Weekly?
Oh yeah, the trash pages.
Yeah, he got you good there, man. It's amazing the drama Falcon can stir up with just like 2 sentences about each family member.
What's the person's Laszlo? That's the one that's missing right now?
Yeah,
Laszlo. Gotcha.
he's the softie. Lazlo. He's the softy of the group.
Oh, so am I pronouncing that dude's name wrong?
In my mind, it was Vidsund. It was a soft C, but Vidi works.
How was I saying it? It looks like it's Vid C-U-N-D, so I thought it was Vidchund or Vidkund.
It's hard to say either way.
Yeah, it's so hard.
If you add a T at the end, it becomes very unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see you put up your Before Awakes talking.
Oh, yeah, my 4 weeks is up here. Going pretty good, too. I sold about 6 7 copies. Which is always exciting.
Butcher.
And I changed the info cards that are on there to a different color scheme, black and red.
I feel so guilty having dinner with the fam when Amrut's over there being murdered.
And bullied.
I don't feel guilty. We all make our life choices. He could have came with us.
Yeah,
He
that's
might
true.
have if he knew he was gonna get murdered.
He'll be all right.
Why did you stay behind again?
30
I think he's
seconds
getting
until
food.
Ah, got it.
the 10 minutes is over.
Oh, that would have been interesting for Vidsund to see the Mark walk right on into his own house.
You know, I'm just now realizing that he would have needed to see Turma and also the wanted poster at the same time. So I'm guessing that situation was probably really awkward for a moment.
All right. 10
I'm
minutes
back.
is up.
I'm back for the people.
Hey, average. Why did Amrut not come with us at first?
Wait, why I chose to or why Amrut chose to?
Why you chose / why he chose?
I chose 'cause I thought something might happen.
Ah, God, yeah. There's something there.
Well, why would you think? Why would you think something would happen?
Don't feel bad for it.
Nope, I
Building
will
explodes.
eat chicken happily.
Why would you think something would happen? I gave you 0 indication.
I was like, well, maybe something cool might happen if I stick around. My real goal was just to go maybe check around by myself and see what I could find. Maybe see like something like only I would see as like as a blood guy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so
I was
funny.
gonna check myself. I was gonna do some shady shit before came out as like the good guy group, but I never went down there. So
Yeah, you know he was waiting for you to be alone. You kind of made it easy.
that's what it's like. Oh, you came to me. Okay, easy enough.
All right, let's get back into the game. Let's see here. Do a quick roll call. We just heard from Average, Busying,
Hi.
Big,
Yep.
Cloudy,
Nana Lee.
Sakura.
Still here.
So we leave this scene with an arm hanging off the side of the bed. Dagger plunged deep into him. Right into his chest. His eyes open. Blood running out his mouth. People marching the grounds think they're protecting him. Nikita jumping off the side. We don't know what she's up to, as you can fly or some other stuff, but she's gone for now. Eventually soldiers arrive and they walk back in to Amrut's room, and Amalexia starts freaking out, and the Sky Knights come inside. They're shaking. They're immediately applying aid to him. The other students are here. They look super worried. The other is just two. Nikita's nowhere to be found. Sky Knight's look, and this whole scene is kind of like silent. Like you can see words are happening and stuff like that, but it's just really dramatic and quiet. And I don't need to tell you what happens, but Alexia kind of falls down, even though it wasn't a student. You know, it's still someone she knew, someone she cared about. Academy. The Sky Knights leave people to secure the grounds, but the doctor shakes his head. Amrut is dead. What would Amrut's final moment be in his mind after he says what he says to her and only has his thoughts left when he can't muster a word?
His final thoughts. I think he... Fuck. I think he would know that even if he dies here and now, that what he said before about finding justice and the sins of the Night Chapter coming back to haunt them, even without him, that'll still be realized, if not by the group.
And you don't see it, but as your thoughts fleet, stove in this place. Letter comes through. Watch out, they've got a price on your head. No one here to receive the message.
Does he hear that before he...
In your mind, you think you hear something from Judith. She's always been in your corner. In many ways, she's almost like the Nikita that doesn't have the dirty background, the Night Chapter. So maybe not the exact message, but something chalked up to it in her voice. What do you think you hear her say?
Probably just asking where he is and why he's not down there yet. That's what he would think that probably is.
And in this universe, that is your mind before it's just space. Are you getting ready to go meet them? Or are you still following the course you originally set for?
Let's say again?
Are you, after hearing the message where you think that she's telling you to come meet up with them, would you actually go or still try to investigate and stuff?
I would go. I would go to Phoenix's house.
Okay. You walk down the street a few blocks. You somehow get there. You know, you feel better. You look in the mirror. You're not beat up or anything like that. You get a nice outfit on for a change. Something that you think Judith would approve of. A good look on you. You open the door to see Phoenix and how you imagine her family to include Laszlo and everyone's here. Frank is like, "Oh, it's the party animal. Come on inside." And Mother's like, "Get him a plate." And you're sitting down and everyone's laughing and bread's being tossed about, spaghetti's being bowled, wines in glasses, following water and other types of meat and non-alcoholic drinks. Photography is being spawned. Family moments. Sora's doing tricks. Lewis is just in a corner, grumpy. And it's a good day. Just another day in what you call life. Something we all cling to. We all don't know when it's over. And that is the last we see of Amrut. I'll return to the rest of you now. So at this point, Pascal and Phoenix are inside. You've been inside for some time. And yeah, you're having a good time. But I know it is a pretty heavy transition because even I'm having trouble with it. A laugh is a defense mechanism. In any case, what's some stuff you be up to, Phoenix? You see that Syndra's showing off all your photos, for example.
Yeah, Phoenix sees that coming in. She will march right on over and close the book on her lap. That's enough of that. You didn't get my permission. Take it.
Ooh, I got some good ones here.
None of it. You do not have my consent to publish any of it. But then she sits down on the floor and will start looking at it herself.
But at least I know that whenever it's time to write your biography, I know where to get the best photos.
Yeah.
You always had such an intense face on, even in your younger years.
Yeah, I was kind of born with it. What you gonna do?
Well, you make it work, friend.
She shrugs, but smiles at you. So, Frankie, who you got working at the shop now?
No one can replace you. Believe me, I tried. I hired like 5 people. I fired them. And walked in, you're fired. That's what I said to them, just like that. Capital F, just like Feather Frankie, because that's my name. Also, don't think I'm going to be lightweight on you tonight. We've got some stuff I want to show you later. Before you're in town, you got to at least finish that project you were working on.
Yeah, well, I only got like a day or two. Then they're gonna make me go sit under clam doors. So
Clam
we gotta make the most of it.
Clam door's a real stinker. You know, I think he's got fat caca in his pants. You know what I mean?
She laughs.
Yeah, what's with your auntie serving bird when she knows I'm around here? Don't you know that type of stuff hurts me?
You gotta speak up to her. She gets forgetful sometimes.
I tell her, she said it's nothing. It's not a big deal. It's cockatrice, or it's chicken, or it's rooster. But I feel like my cousins. You know what I mean?
Is Syndra still here, or is she in the kitchen?
She's in the kitchen, prepping up and singing. I'd imagine she probably managed to steal one of the characters away to be in the kitchen with her.
I'll go talk to her.
When you walk around the corner, you see this just all kind of flour all over Sora. She's trying to teach Sora how to bake something, but Sora, give me a cooking utensils roll. If you're not proficient, that's just a raw D20.
Raw 1d20.
Plus intelligence. See if you can, because that's a learning skill.
-1.
Oh, this is not your thing, huh? She takes the flour bowl away from you like this, gentle. When I tell you to beat the flour, I don't really mean to beat it. Because you're probably like punching it. So what were you doing to it?
Yeah, Sora, seeing that it had to be kneaded, she like raises her fist up and it comes down the bowl and the bowl shatters because it's Sora. It's like, oh.
She dusted it into the bin. No, she's not gonna risk someone getting a piece of glass in their mouth now, are we? I was thinking pasta tonight. You like pasta? She looks at you, Sora. You've had pasta before?
I have no idea what that means. Is that a fruit?
A noodle? Grain?
God, it's the best.
Oh, then I would love to.
You see her pull out a thing of white sauce, and then she's got the chicken. She's cutting up the chicken.
Oh, can we do some without that in it for Frankie's sake? Come on.
She points to the fat fish on the table. Don't worry, got him a fish.
All right.
You know, Frankie's been putting the moves on your auntie.
Well, you could do worse.
He's a good man, but I'm not looking for anything. I've got enough boys in my life that each need all of my attention.
Phoenix had pulled the stool, which is probably shoved into a corner somewhere since she hadn't been around, but she had pulled it out to be on this side of the counter. And she motions to Syndra to give her a chunk of whatever. Phoenix used to help her in the kitchen all the time. And as Syndra does, Phoenix grabs her hands and looks at her. What about Laszlo, Syndra? We gotta get him.
So you know.
Of course I know.
So you see a tear fall into the batter. Can't use this anymore.
Oh, it just adds flavor. Is it really Viddy's fault? Or is it mine? Did they come after you because I'm sending you money?
It's nothing to worry your heart about.
It's too late. I'm worried.
Then he ran into the wrong people, doing the wrong things. And I don't know why. It's not like he's not well taken care of. If I wasn't taking care of him, we'd be able to afford this place. But they took your brother, and now I'm giving Vinny money and he's giving it to them, and part of me wonders if it's just going into Vinny's pocket. We haven't seen anything save for a finger. And then when she says the finger, her voice cracked. Finger?
Phoenix grabs her hands even tighter. You gotta stop trusting that boy, Cindy. It doesn't matter what you do for him. You gotta stop trusting him. Only give it to Pez.
But he's my boy.
Yeah, well, your boy has some lessons to learn. You did good, Sindra. I mean, look at me, look at Paz. This isn't on you. This is on him. He had the same thing that all the rest of us had. A woman that loved us a ton. But he's made the wrong decisions, and we've got to stop this. He's gonna hurt all of you.
Just lost one boy. That was two.
No, we're gonna get him back. I got 2 days to do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Simple. It'll be our side project along with our homework.
Yeah,
5
we'll
o'clock.
talk.
We.
Go
Go ahead.
No, finish.
Okay. Exactly at 9, we get into our studies. We listen to that Clamdor you hate so much. Afterward, we beat up some thugs, talk some sense into them, and give them back your brother.
Well, we don't have to check in until the day after tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd really like to try to take care of it tomorrow if we can. Depends what Amrut's up to.
I'm sure Amrut's up for it. That'll probably get him closer to who he's looking for.
We're gonna take care of this, Cindy, but then you gotta get the hell out of here.
If I could ask both of you of something. You all are family, yet Phoenix talks to him like he's not family. When did that happen? When did he stop being family to you, Phoenix?
That was a while ago. He started running around with the wrong crowd, the crowd that liked to give me shit. When he decided to choose them over me, I don't know, I thought if I gave him a hard time, he would eventually turn around, but Sindra loves him. I give him shit. He still chooses whatever he chooses.
Can't help but think there may be something as to why he's gone this path so far away from you all. Because I see the eyes of someone who does still have love for the people he talks about. But there's a distance. There's something stopping him.
Sometimes the people you're closest to aren't the ones to reach you. I don't know what it's gonna take for him. You would think them taking his frickin' brother, taking his fingers off, he would change. But I don't know if he can change, if he even wanted to right now. They probably won't let him.
Maybe he blames himself. Does not know what to do himself. Feels like this is beyond him and he just is trying to survive. Maybe he needs your help, Phoenix.
I was thinking about going up there and talking to him, but most likely it's gonna end up with my boot on his neck.
I understand your feelings there, and I just see someone I think is crying out for help but can't say it.
I do say you're wiser than you look. I'll go give it a try, as long as you can help Sindra here with her noodles.
I will promise not to beat up the noodles.
No beating noodles in this house. Only eat the noodles.
I have
Phoenix.
things covered here.
She starts tossing the noodles in the Alfredo, empowered by that tear.
Phoenix will hop down, grab a hand towel, head up the stairs.
Frankie asks something of you, Bloom. You're a reporter type, ain't you? She's been telling me about you.
Yes, and you are Feather Frankie.
Feather Frankie in the flesh, or should I say feathered in the feather?
How much would I know his reputation from
History.
From Hesnock? Let's see. Okay. History. Not bad at history.
No, you know he's a hardworking man. He's on his own business his whole life. He takes care of his employees. This talks about him just kind of feeling like everybody's father in a way. And he's generally liked, but he's not a very popular individual. So outside of his circles, he's not like a famous name in any stretch of the imagination.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a
yes.
question there. Hey, listen, I think it's a piece of junk, but I'll tell you one thing. If anyone likes junk, it's Phoenix. But I'm not sure if it's authentic. Can you take a look at this gift I got her? I was gonna give it to her at dinner. You let me know if you think she'll like it.
Sure. Let me see.
It's gonna look like junk too. It's like a box with some shit in it, but trust me, I think she'll like it, but maybe you know better. You know, girl to girl. Ladies talk.
Okay. Unidentified old world gift. Where'd you get this from?
It's something that came through the scrap yards. You see, sometimes we're not the only ones doing shady stuff around the city. You know, I stick my stuff in the light. Sometimes I get something I'm supposed to destroy, and I think to myself, maybe I don't destroy it. We're junkers. We break, melt down, crush, scrap, dangerous material. This would be, I suppose, some would say illegal, but I think it's right up our alley. And not illegal to the extent of what Vinny is doing. No offense, Pascal, your brother's a piece of shit. Don't take it.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, you can. It's pretty heavy, even though it's small.
It looks like a cross between a light crossbow and a mallet. Could I glean anything from it? Like so it looks like a weapon of some sort.
Potentially. I mean, it looks like, again, like a crossbow or maybe a mallet, but it's really tough to say. I would let you give me an investigation at disadvantage.
Okay.
Lewis kind of looks over your shoulder and takes a peek.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and Aaron's excellence that with Clemdor's knowledge of various artifacts and such.
I'll let you get a flat.
Pointing out small bits.
I'll let you get a flat roll this time, Judith, instead of another disadvantage.
There we go.
So, using Lewis's knowledge of some of the old world stuff from Clamdor, and then do your own reporting and seeing stuff like this before, it's not a crossbow or a mallet. You think that it's some type of what's called a gun, very rare in this world, but were prominent during Metal Rain. However, this seems to be a medical gun. You could shoot people and heal them.
Huh. I hold it, but I don't put my finger on anything that looks like a trigger. Like, huh. This is probably amazing. This is probably a great find.
Oh no, it don't work. I pressed that little switch there. Don't nothing happen. She can fix it up.
Yeah. This is like her thing, and it might make it. Even if it doesn't work, it's probably more fun for her, so she can fix it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was telling people, but they were like, "You're gonna give someone a broken thing as a gift? That ain't a gift. It's junk." And I'm telling them that's what my shop is called. One person's junk is another person's treasure.
I would say it's a great double gift.
That's what I like to hear. And so, teacher, you talks about Clamsdoor. You know Clamsdoor?
helped me out quite a bit back in the day. As he just like rolls his shoulder.
Everyone thinks he's some type of Icarian hero. I think he's a fraud. But I've got no proof, and I won't soil your name, your friend's name. If he did wonders for you, he did wonders for you. But Phoenix don't like him, so I don't like him. He puffs his chest up.
I'll admit, he knows what he's doing, but he is quite the character.
Yeah, it's
I don't exactly follow you.
You know, something strange about that clam door, man. He hasn't come down from the top of the city in weeks. People say he's starting to lose his mind. Keeps repeating his sentences.
Oh, concerning. Wasn't doing that last time I met him.
No. Something happened to him. Not sure what. Don't keep up to him. In any case, I can't wait to give her this gift. That was between this, or old toothbrush she lost. I figured I'd keep using that to clean up the stoles and stuff. So as you guys are talking throughout the night and stuff like that, Phoenix, you would go upstairs, and the conversation with your brother's gonna have to wait because you see a window is open. He's made his getaway.
Yeah, I figured.
But he left you a letter.
Oh, she will pick it up.
All right, you pick up the letter, and before you read it, Indra tells everyone, "Come on, let's go. Let's get to the table. Oh, we're not ruining the furniture now. Come on, down here. Let's go, everyone. Off the couch. Off the couch." And she'll get more chairs. I don't think there's enough to accommodate everybody, but on the map, but thematically there's additional chairs put in appropriate places for each of you. And people would all sit down where it's appropriate. And you can see that there's spaghetti, there's breadsticks, there's random fish for Frankie. If you want a piece of his fish, you can ask for him. And it's just the whole shebang. There's even a big ass salad bowl in the middle. And there's wine and cheese to grate on top. And this is a meal fit for a noble. I wouldn't say king, but a noble.
This is an amazing spread, Sandra. Would it be possible to get like a little to-go box, I guess, when we leave for our friend? He's probably gonna be starving by the time we get up there.
He must have fell asleep in the bath. I almost did.
We used that dirty suitcase for that gift I'm gonna give her. She don't need the box, right? And it's just like, no. We're gonna put it in a proper container. We've got plenty. So, as you're all talking down, there's a few announcements. It's like, I can't let the food get cold. Phoenix may be up there for far too long. So I suppose it's time to mention a few things. Pascal here has some good news to share. We should wait for Phoenix. She's talking to your brother. She's going to be up there for hours, running in circles.
I'm quite fast. I could go grab them both.
Pascal goes, yes, I would appreciate that.
And Sword demonstrates how fast they can go by dashing, getting like 80 feet within 6 seconds, just bolting around to get up the stairs.
You bolt in, boom, get into the room. And now I could imagine how Phoenix looks, but we're going to walk through that moment and you'll enter the room right after. You look on the letter and it says to you, don't worry, you ain't gonna see me again, but I can't do it anymore. Can't keep hope. Never been for it. Never been about it. When I bring that finger home, it wasn't a sign that he was alive. It's the last piece my brother will ever see. Laszlo's dead. I ain't got the heart to tell Mother. But I know you're gonna keep poking. So here's here. See you in the next life. And right after reading that, a few seconds later, Sora pops in the room. What does Sora see?
She sees a gnome sitting on the floor, like on her knees. Just the back of her, what you can see, her head is down, her body's limp, her hands are in her lap in front of her. And she's just frozen there, starting to cry.
Phoenix?
She will crumble the paper in her hand and then hold it up above her head.
Sora will walk over and gently take it. Their eyes roving over the words for a moment. But you hear the paper crumple a little bit as she folds it gingerly, getting down onto one knee next to you, and then just slowly putting you into a hug against her.
She just completely falls into Sora's body. She is not holding any of her weight up at all, and your bodice is wet.
She doesn't mind. I am so sorry, Phoenix.
This is gonna kill her.
I know. I know it's going to be hard. It'll be so hard, Phoenix.
I can't do this. I'm only alive because of her. I can't take her boys away from her.
Why did you take them away? Why is it you? You did not do this.
I'm gonna have to tell her.
But why do you blame yourself?
I don't know. Everything's always my fault.
Maybe not your fault, but a lot of that weight seems to fall on your shoulders. A lot more responsibility than you should have had, maybe.
I didn't even get to say goodbye to him. He was so dreamy. I don't mean like he was good looking. I mean like he was always lost in the clouds. He was always dreaming of a better future. Fucking Vincent. If he doesn't kill himself, I swear I'm gonna kill him.
I'm afraid we must skip dinner then. We cannot waste time then, if we are to save him. Sora will stand up, still just hugging you as she bends over but stands up.
She takes her glasses off and uses the palm of her hands to try to wipe her tears away.
And Sora would just gingerly grab your wrist and look down at you. You are a hard person, Phoenix. You are so strong in this. You say you can't do it, but I know you can. Because you have that strength. It's yours, and you have me. And I'll always be there to support you. So will Lewis, so will Phoenix, and most definitely Amrut. We will not fail you.
Thank you, Sora. We gotta stop him.
We will. And she just looked to the window and make this motion with her hand as if she's letting something go out the window. Laszlo, your mind was always in the clouds. Maybe always seeking a brighter future. May the winds guide you to Phoenix again someday. Ilanan. And she would turn and offer you her hand to walk down so we can get ready.
She looks out the window and just quietly, Eleanor. And she will straighten up and head down.
You guys walk in and Shavani and Auntie's like, finally, we're all here. Come on, the fish is getting frosty.
Phoenix walks over to her. You know, Sindra, your cooking is like the one thing that I have missed so much while I've been gone. I love you, but I got stuff to do. And she reaches up to kiss her on the cheek. And she'll walk around her, put her hand on Pascal's arm, and just make eye contact with him, and slowly shake her head from side to side. And then she'll look at Judith and Lewis. I'm sorry, guys, but we gotta go.
Okay.
Well, hold on now before you leaves. Take this with you. I was hoping we have more time to do this, but if you gotta go, take it. Here. It's a gift. Open it when you get back to wherever you're staying.
Thank you, Frankie. I owe you. I'll write you a letter if I don't see you guys tomorrow.
All right. And Pascal goes, oh. You see Sindra's like wondering, like she's like devastated, but she doesn't say anything. She trusts you. She's like, all right, well, please, as much time as you can afford us, please, you give it to us, yeah?
I'll definitely let you know when I'm leaving the town. You'll hear from me.
And Pascal walks over to you and he just tells you quickly, well, I suppose it won't be as revealing next time, but I should let you know that I'm officially becoming a Sky Knight next week. It's all rather exciting. I see you've been busy. Hopefully you can get to the ceremony if you've the time. But I know if you're leaving in something serious must be going on.
She will take his hand and squeeze it. I love you. If I can be there, I will.
Love you
And
too.
she will slip Vidi's note into his hand and like put it to his chest to be, well, as far up as she can reach, to make it like you need to keep this close to your chest type.
Yeah. He's reading the room. You guys grew up together. You pass notes all the time. They were never this serious, but he gets the notion, and he doesn't read it obviously right now, but he looks at you and just goes, "Thank you. Keep your head up. I'm sure whatever it is, we'll move past it. Of course, he doesn't know the gravity of it all yet."
I'm just jealous you get to fly before me.
Oh, you've been flying since you were born.
Sora would hug Sindra and tell her as she's close, your love makes you so strong. You have so many who love you. I am happy to have met you for this brief moment, but I must go help you for your daughter.
She's not in trouble, is she? She's leaving on something like as I should talk to my boy. Oh, I love all my boys, but Vid and Finny, troublemaker, that one.
No. Trouble runs from Phoenix, because they have a right to be afraid of her. Ilanan, my friends.
Miss Bloom, at least take your food with you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna like have a couple rolls as well because these are delicious. Oh, okay,
No.
thank you.
Enough for everyone here. It's just not too much to carry.
Oh, you're too kind.
Professor Lewis, you look after my child.
Of course. Oh, and in exchange for your good hospitality. He just places 5 gold on the table as he walks away. Definitely beats the stuff down over in the Fairlands. I'll tell you what.
He wants to refuse.
1000%. Judith is lying.
He wants to refuse when Frankie snatches it up. Ha! But this is a good use.
As we're walking, I just kind of like whisper to Lewis, like, okay, well, something intense just happened.
Yeah. Let's just hope we can be there for her. That we can actually be of help.
Yeah.
As you both get close to the door, Sora is kind of there as the first wave of defense to prepare you. Her brother is... She beckons you to come closer, just in case, because she heard earlier that Syndra has a great ear.
If it's... Maybe you should say it outside, Sora, if it's this intense.
She nods, making you both follow. She lost someone very important. Listen to what she has to say, okay?
They're all outside for you, Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Vincent betrayed our brother. Laszlo is dead. He's not coming back. And Vincent is off to do God knows what. So I'm going to go find him. I plan to be back at the Harpy tomorrow. If you guys can tell whoever's in charge that I'll be back and excuse me for the night. But I need to go. I need to go find him, and he's probably with that pink clone.
I mean, whoa. Before you go, like, off on yourself, shouldn't at least some of us go with you?
I wasn't
Or-
going to
or we
ask,
can-
but if you volunteer, I will welcome it.
Maybe we should grab Amrut, since we are all looking for the same man, in a sense.
It's just that's in the opposite direction.
I can go grab him. Again, I am very fast. Not as fast as Don, though, but I bet I can make it there in good time.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
How far is it from the house?
Yeah.
Or from where we are?
1.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
There's also security gates to get to too that take like 30 minutes. But yeah, you're pretty well. You can think about like in our regular towns and stuff. It's like a town over this big city. This is a large location.
Yeah, it's huge.
But you need people with you, Phoenix. So I will do my best to try and get there as fast as I can. Get him, and we will work our way over. Okay?
How are you gonna find us when you come back?
We
How
should
come we
have
still-
maybe a spot we can meet up at then.
With knowing Phoenix's knowledge of the city, because she was kind of hoping to find Vincent before he made it all the way there. So even while Sora's gone, she like wants to go close to the really bad part of town, but not cross the line where it's dangerous for her. So would she know of a location, maybe an abandoned building or something, that's near there?
Yeah, you would know before you get into anyone can walk into the slums, but in order to get to the district he's going into, certain alleyways and stuff, there's like checkpoints, shakedowns, among other stuff. You could probably get to one of those checkpoints while he's trying to pass through.
Griffin's Head. I'll be
Okay.
right around there.
I will be fast, friends. And you see Sora turn and that golden electricity arc off of her form as she uses a key point for Step of the Wind and using Dash and just begins flying off back to the direction of the of the harpy, just having spending as much as she can, maybe upwards of extra like 2 more key points of just going as fast as she can possibly go.
You're zooming through the city. At some point, you see something zooming your way. Small, Home Alone style, like little car. And it's almost like it's on autopilot. It just tries to drive past you. That's how it looks.
What was that?
It looks like Jenkins' head, half of it, and then wheels are just like riding it, like it's trying to return back to its owner.
Sora's eyes widen a little bit, flicking about toward the direction she was going, and double times it as much as she can.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, thinking something was definitely wrong now.
You kind of see a bunch of security guards and some soldiers on the field. You rush inside. You see that a few people walking away with Amrut's body.
Wait, I was gone only for a few hours. Hello, what's happened?
Your best friend comes to you. Phil Guitar. Sorry, sir. We did our best, but we weren't fast enough.
What do you mean? What? She looks to the form of Amrut covered in the sheet. No. And she just begins pounding her forehead with her fist as she gets down onto the balls of her feet. No, I made a promise not to lose anyone else. Why this isn't happening? What do you mean you weren't fast enough? You're supposed to be protected here.
You see Alexia Cross talking to the High Marshal, and they kind of look at you. You see in their eyes that they failed you. More so on Alexia than the Marshal, since she wasn't a part of this section. But Quill tells you, we think it was Nikita, because he was stable, and then he was gone, and there was a knife in his chest. Either the creature came back, Nikita did it and left. He looked like he was gonna make it. He was rough. I swear he looked like he was gonna make it. Someone killed him after the fact.
Sora is just shaking, but hearing that it was possibly Nikita, she slowly stands and her hand reaches out, grasping Quill by his shirt with a tight fist and almost in an uncharacteristic anger and growling tone. Where did she go?
I don't know. No one knows. She didn't take the only road leading up. She must have scaled the cliff.
Sora will let him go and go to the side of the cliff and begin just fervently looking as if there's anything she can glean from there.
Investigation.
I'll use a point of inspiration. No.
You just see mist. It's also getting dark, and you put the goggles on and you see clouds. It's almost like you're in a jet fighter just flying around with how the clouds are hitting you and the winds blowing your hair. But it's darkness. And it's even though it is night, it feels darker because of what happened.
Alone and away from the gatherings of soldiers, Sora just slowly sinks onto her knees and looks out into the vast sea of clouds. I failed my new family again. I failed. I'm sorry, Amrut. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she just sits there and can't find the strength to move.
And the three of you are getting to where you must go. Griffin's head. In the distance, you can see, moving through the crowd, Vinny, who's almost through the checkpoint. You thuggish folk looking him, checking him, verifying whether he's allowed in this section. None of it's official, but it looks like an official operation because even the underbelly has their own management.
Is he within the distance of a crossbow bolt?
He is. He's about 120 feet away from you.
She would like to take aim.
You take aim and you see him, and he didn't see you, but it's almost haunting. He looks back right at you, but it's just in the distance. It's too dark. He's well lit by the back alley he's going through, have some lamps and stuff, but you're kind of in one of the open streets, and where it's still dark. It's like he's looking right at you. You can get a headshot right now.
She doesn't necessarily want a headshot. She wants to get his arm or his leg if any of it is open.
A harder shot, but absolutely.
Phoenix, aim true, and I will bardic inspiration you.
Oh, damn. She's hoping if she shoots him, they will not let him through.
They think it's like a setup. FBI. Oh, that is a good gift for tonight.
Oh, it's a D8.
Woohoo!
I'm also gonna.
Oh!
Damn.
Okay. Well, that's a 21, so never mind.
Thank
So-
you, dude.
You just see the bolt whistling through the sky, traveling past someone's ear, over someone's shoulder, right through the double door that's open, exposing him. Hits him in the shoulder. And he falls down slowly, and you see a bunch of people in the alleyway kind of scatter. Close up and lock the door. He reaches out to try to get on the other side, but they lock him out. He just like lays on the floor looking in the distance into the darkness.
Phoenix is marching on over.
Takes you a few paces, but eventually, when the alleyway is dead and he's just laying in there, his shoulder bloodied, he sees you step out of the shadow with a few people behind you.
You don't get to run away.
Ah, sister. He knows you're his cousin, but he just calls you that.
Oh, yeah. To your feet. We have someplace to go.
What do you care?
I've always cared, you asshole.
You nearly killed me.
If I wanted to, I could have hit that big fat head of yours. I chose not to. Syndra loves you, and you're gonna get your shit together, or you're gonna leave frickin' town. You got that?
Yeah. You see a few people coming out into the alleyway now. They've got like big heavy clubs and stuff, and they're kind of have you surrounded.
She will like kick him to get up, and she's like, "We're headed that way," and she points away from them.
He looks at them, and they look at him, and I'll be fine. The family loves though. The boss is expecting you. Don't be late. Just want to wind up like a brother. I won't be. Let's go, Phoenix. Lead the way.
She will be staying behind him though, but she's pushing him. I don't know where she's taking him right now, except back to the rest of the group.
We go into this griffin thing.
Yeah, I just picked a name for like a bar or something that sounded like it'd be on the rough side of town.
I mean, you can get like, they have really rundown brothel-esque rooms, but you want to just question them in there, only cost you a real cheap ass 1 GP.
Yeah, we do that.
1 GP also includes your choice of a male or female companion, but obviously you denied that. So you get into a room with him, and imagine Lewis is probably handling him since she's the physically strongest.
Yep.
He looks at you and he like jumps onto the bed and he goes, "Knew this room was fucked, but I didn't think it was this bad."
Phoenix would like to break off the bolt or whatever needs to happen medically and try to bandage him up a little bit.
Give me a medicine check. If anyone else is proficient, they can give you aid, unless you want to just do a shoddy job yourself.
Yeah, she doesn't want to make it worse. I do not have proficiency with anything, but
Me neither.
I'm pretty bad.
Us too.
sorry.
Everyone, we cannot
But-
render medical aid.
Yeah.
Oh
Meh.
god. This
This is a good time to Aaron's excellence on using it.
Probably, yeah.
Roll that.
God bless your Aaron's excellence.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
better.
god.
Now she had a soft spot for me after all. Are you gonna bleep me later?
You dying is gonna kill Syndra. She's already lost Laszlo. You need to tell us what needs to happen to get you out of this shit. Where do you need to go? Where does this guy not reach? You guys gotta get the fuck out of town.
Suppose we can take down Grill.
Who the hell is Grill?
Don't know who Grill is, do you?
No, he's not a big enough fish. Excuse me, I've been busy killing Mouthers.
When I write down the name Grill, does that name come up as like anything that I've heard from the papers?
It's a pretty controversial name in a few networks. Give me a history check since it's not your main city. Maybe you have heard it.
Well, I already said who is he, so no, I don't know who he is.
Well, maybe you were saying who is he, and then you know, he might have a lot of names, so you could still give me a history check. You might be like mid-sentence, and be like, wait a second, not that Grill. You know, what's exactly what happens. Wait a second, not that Grill.
Town.
Yeah. So he tells you, yeah, him. The Goliath. The muscle. He'll bleed us all dry if he doesn't get what he wants.
What the fuck does he want from you?
Little school change you've been sending. Easy picking for a man like him. He knew that Ma couldn't fight back. I didn't kill Laszlo. You did.
She will punch him in the face.
And you knock a tooth out. His blood runs out his nose and mouth, and you could see that he's crying profusely. But somebody that doesn't know him might think it was from the blow, but he's crying for Laszlo.
Grill is going to pay. 'Cause nobody fucks with my family except me.
27 thugs. 3 shit mages. Big ass pet. The Goliath himself. You and what army? Sky Knights in the slums are paid off. Pretty boy Pascal thinks he can change the world, but it'll take him 10 years to budge the slums of Sky Knight. All you're gonna do is get the rest of us killed.
Do you got a better idea in that fat head of yours?
We're nearly done paying him off. 761 gold. According to your friend Bloom, 2,000 ain't shit. It's the cost of the life of family.
Too bad. I don't know where the mark is that would get us the 2,000 gold, so we have to figure something else out.
At this point, the door, out of breath, but nearly reaching the speech of Dando, having found you because a little skate in his hand was bumping at the door before it got inside. Sora's breathing heavy.
Oh, whoa, whoa, hey. You made excellent time.
Sora is just, one hand is holding her staff as her head is just down and the shadow completely obscuring her eyes. As come across their features as they're just standing there, both their fists clenched, looking down, breathing heavily.
Phoenix is gonna walk over.
Your red hops?
Where's...
Our friend.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Amrut is gone.
What do you mean? What do you mean gone? Like he left?
They killed him. While we were gone, they killed him.
Phoenix is gonna look over to Vincent real quick, like his face, is he like confused about what we're saying? Is he shocked? Is he hiding a grin? Was he in on this?
He always kind of has one of those annoying grins on his face, but he's crying and there's blood on his face, and he just tells you, I told you there was a number on his head. You think they were going to sit around till he was better defended?
And Sora's eyes would go to Vidkun. You.
Do it! I'm dead already! Come on! Do what she can, she's weak. Come on! He spits blood. It doesn't reach you, but he spits it at you. Come on! Put me out!
She glares at Vidkun before just shaking her head. Death is not always the right way. Sometimes the worst path is choosing mercy. You are not worth staining my own hands.
Are you sure it was him?
Sora would look down slowly.
Hey! Are you sure? How do you know? Did you touch him? Did you see a body? Was there a murder weapon? What's going on?
She looks back up at you. I saw the body, and I was told that was most likely Nikita who killed him. Because she fled.
Nikita. Like looking at Judith, you can tell like there's a lot of stuff going on in her mind right now where it's like she's like, it's not like she's like angry and trying to lash out. She's just trying to like intently focus in, and things are just not like, they're not clicking as fast as they could. She's like in denial for sure. Okay. Nikita. Where are they at right now?
No one knows.
No, where are the people? Where's the other students? Alexia and all them.
They are back at the Harpies Inn.
Fuck.
They thought they didn't think anything would be wrong if she was protecting him. Didn't know what was happening. trusted her.
I'm leaving. And Judith leaves.
Phoenix like falls to the floor with her back against the wall. This is all so freaking much.
And Sora would just walk to the closest window and just stare out of it with her staff in hand.
And Lewis, with what's left of the emotion within him, clenches his mechanical arm and just smashes it against the nearest wall, to the point like the mechanics within his arms malfunction slightly and his fingers just start twitching. But he doesn't seem to feel the pain or even notice it, as there's slight tears just going down his face, although he doesn't say a single word.
What's the look on? I know you gave us some, but you were certainly closest to him. Not that it makes it less for everyone else. What's Judith's train of thoughts the more she develops, if this is real or not in her head?
She left, so she is walking. She's walking straight to the Harpy station, and
Okay.
and the whole time she's thinking, she's like, okay, like just in denial, like, okay, that's maybe there's a trick, or maybe there's some weird clone situation going on, or maybe there's got to be something. There's got to be some kind of whatever. And then she thinks back, and she's like, I do have a photo of Nikita. And whenever she finds, like, as she's walking, if there's like a flame, like a lantern or something on there, she's like, she'll think to write a letter to Mr. Tuttle with the image of Nikita, and then say, not yet. I gotta make sure. And so she's gonna continue on.
You walking through the underbelly, some suspect people are around you. You make it through. People can almost feel the energy you're giving off, which I'd imagine is not pleasant. But eventually one person stands in your way.
Excuse me. Move.
Not before I give you this.
I don't have time for your tricks, or I'm not buying shit. Move out of my way.
Someone should have it.
I'm just gonna keep moving unless there's. Is it like, are they like completely blocking my way here?
No, they let you by, but as you kind of regain your composure at least a little bit, you can see that it's Nikita.
She turns around. What are you doing here? What does she have in her hands?
It seems to be a really tiny dagger, but it doesn't have a handle. It just has a piece of cloth tied around it, and it's still dirty, stained cloth.
What is that?
It's all he ever had growing up.
You telling me this is true? You telling me that Amrut is dead, and you are the one who killed him?
Be careful. You see, leaning against a wall in the shadows, big man. There's only so much I can do to have him behave. But I wanted to give you this.
I'll take it, but I use Mage Hand to pick it up and bring it over.
That's his childhood. He was born into war. War and betrayal took him. You may think these words are petty in his murderer. There was love there, if not abusive, I'll admit. No.
Turma.
Turma doesn't, he just looks at you slowly. What?
Why did you kill him? What is the whole point of all this? Just because they look like you? Because of this clone situation?
He drops a lit cigar onto the floor, stomps on it, walks out, and does his shirt. And he shows you his chest is all cut up. He was supposed to replace me. An upgrade. He's tortured. Given tasks that was suicide. All so that he could see and he could learn. But I always stayed a step further. And now, it's the end game. I've won. And I'll do it again. And if not for my promise to Nikita, for setting this all up, I'd love to take your head too. But not today, but soon.
You're not gonna live too much longer to see my head fall. And if you do, then there will be others. And I'm sure if there's going to be another one of you that comes after Amrut, then I'm sure there's another one that's going to be coming after you.
It was the last one, the strongest of the clones, but a clone nonetheless. Amrut's days are over. Now I'll get the position he was always destined. I'll be given Night Chapter when the Master retires, and I've got my plans for them. I'll tell you this, he fought well. Well is not enough.
Judith is like trying her best to stay as like focused and calm as possible. I don't need to hear your petty words about how well he fought. I know how well he would have fought. All I have to say is that's a very cowardice approach to meet with him when he's all alone. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with you, Nikita. So
her head's down. She's not even looking at it.
So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna stay in the town? You know where I'm going. Or are you gonna run away?
Turma tells you. I guess whatever I want now. My last obstacle in my life is eliminated. I can live the life that was mine without worry of a usurper taking my place. And as for cowardice, fighting in one-on-one seemed fair enough.
We were told. I think Sora told us this part where that he was found alive and then he was killed, or no?
Yeah, I think so.
From what I understand, he survived you. It was your little crony over here that finished him off.
Who told you that? He looks at Nikia. You told me he died from this wound. He did. You see him getting worked up, and she walks over to him. No. You know what it meant to give this information to you, Turma. The world. It meant everything. Let her leave. Turma goes, you're lucky. I may be a murderer, but I'm also a man of my word. You may draw a breath tonight. And he sprouts his wings and he grabs onto Nikita. He flies off.
I take a photo as he's going away of him. Like, I imagine, we're in that like in the alley, and it's like on both sides of the frame. It's like the buildings, and then it's like him facing away from me, holding onto her however he is, and like just the wings widespread with the moon or something behind, like a silhouette.
Tell you what, I'll give you a really crappy shot in this hallway right here. Right here, in between the map. Two of them. So you have something for the fall. Oh, and the moon. Best I can do right now, brother.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Judith just like there's she felt the adrenaline of the fear because she knows what kind of a baddie this person is, but she is determined to make things right as much as she can for her friend, and she continues on to the Harpers.
The rest of you can see it too, briefly. And you continue on, and that's what we're gonna end your scene for the night. It's getting late. Any final moments, Phoenix, Lewis, Sora?
Phoenix has a couple words to say to Vitson, but I don't know how much of a hurry you are to wrap things up.
I'm not in a hurry at all. I'm always concerned about your time versus mine.
Okay. She's gonna come to her feet and walk over to him. I imagine she's a little bit taller than him when he's down on the ground, but is this what you want? You want your mom to be surrounded by death, losing everything? Is that what you want?
Of course not. But I wasn't able to pick up scrap and turn it into gold like you. Wasn't strong like Pascal, could fight and become a knight. All I knew were the streets. Mother's love wasn't enough to give me a career. This is what I was good at. So that's what I did. You could judge me. You've gifts that I'll never see, strengths that I'll never possess. And the darkness is where I walked, and it is where I will die.
You and I have something in common if you would open up your eyes and see it. We both live in the darkness. I am a dead woman walking. You just don't know that yet. All Syndra's gonna have is Pascal. You go and run off, she ain't gonna have you either. Pascal has his dreams and he deserves the opportunity to live up to it. She's gonna need you, Vitson. She's gonna need you. I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. But if I could get the money to get you and Syndra out of town, would you take care of your mother? Would you do that? Would you stay alive long enough to take care of her?
He just cries. But he's not like, but you just see tears running like a waterfall, but his composure seems still. Of course, she's my mother. And he was my brother. I didn't want him to die. But like you said, I'm just a roach. There's a bigger bug out there.
She gets down at his level. I can get you out of town. I can get you out from the reach of this grill guy. But so help me, Vitson, if I do that and I find out that you just ran to the thug of whatever town you go to, I will kill you myself. And I mean that. So you need to look me in the fucking eyes and you need to promise me that you will say goodbye to all this shit if you get the opportunity.
What's next then? I've no fight. I've nothing. Skills, viability.
Can you work a farm? Can you do a honest damn job in some place where you're not wanted?
Suppose I could. Mom's just gonna settle, huh?
I will talk to her. She will see reason. I will get you the money. But you need to hide out. I will come deliver the money tomorrow. And you guys need to get the hell out of town.
Girls ain't gonna like this.
I don't give a shit. You can send him my way. Tell him Phoenix is responsible. Take it up with me.
He looks at you. You can't even look at me. I might be better off without her. But I'll do it. I'll do it all.
You'd be better off without your mother, Fabius. She needs you.
Alright. First thing, first light. You can get the mom moving. While Grill realizes we're leaving. Pascal, got an obligation to the Sky Knights.
Yeah, he'll have a new family.
I would have thought you'd come home just to see it all unravel.
Well, I guess you haven't been reading my letters because the world's gonna fucking end in a few months anyway, so I'm kind of expecting it.
You know I can't read.
Vincent. And she gets right up in front of him. There is so much promise in you. If you would just stop selling yourself short. Where I was told I was shit, I fought it, and I chose to overcome it. You were told you were shit, and you rolled over and you accepted it. You need to stop it. You need to find it within you to fight. And if you can't find it within you, then you need to find it within your mother, because you mean the world to her. She thinks the best of you. She acknowledges your shortcomings, but she knows there is greatness in you. You just need to apply yourself. Yes, here in Icarus, we all got the short end of the stick. I know that. I ain't a stranger. I know the crap we've been through. But I can get you out of here. Doing it for Syndra. She saved my life. I want to save hers and yours now. But you have to follow through.
I've let you down. Won't fail you this time. But I know it might be too late. You have my word. Look after my mother. Keep an eye on Pask. You know he'll run into the gutter. Only get him gutted.
Well, at least he'll die doing what he loves. Do I think he would be safe one night here, or do I want to find another place for him?
You think he'll be safe? And the Griffith's head is all about discreetness, mostly from officials, but equally works for the underbelly.
Phoenix will go over to Lewis and Sora. We probably should get back to the Harpy. I've got a stop I need to make. And then I'm gonna go talk to my aunt and get it through to her that she needs to leave. I kind of want to do that by myself. Can I meet you guys at the Harpy in a few hours?
Of course, Phoenix.
Sounds good.
Don't let him take Amrut's body away.
I'll do what I can. For now, though, Phoenix, you remember where the detach button is on my arm?
She kind of, like, all of a sudden comes to and starts looking at you. Is it obviously doing stuff and, like, causing you pain?
It doesn't seem to be causing him any pain per se, but he seems serious as he's saying this.
Yeah.
Right. He starts taking off his jacket and pulls back the sleeve, revealing the connection between his mechanical arm and the stump that was his previous arm, as he looks directly to Vidkund. You said the reason why you went down this path was because you didn't have any skills, right? You didn't think you had any hope for a future. Trust me, it'll take a long time to get over that feeling. In reality, you probably will never be able to get over it. I sure as hell haven't. But all you can do is try to move forward and not hurt anybody in the process. There is always a path forward. You just need to be willing to go through everything needed to do it. Is that understood? As Phoenix would eject the arm, and it would reveal Lewis and his most vulnerable self. Him before Clemdor found him. Him when he was nothing more than an old man that had lost his arm, making a decision that he would regret for the rest of his life. With tears flowing down his eyes, and a look in his eyes that say that he doesn't want this kid go through the same grief that he has, and for a chance at a future that going down this path sure as hell won't lead him to it.
If it can register, Phoenix's face is just filled with, like, thank you for trying, but also mad respect.
Lets out a sigh, not really registering whether or not Vidkund really understood what was said. But as Phoenix put back the arm, has like a wince of pain as all the nerves and things start to connect. Puts back on his gear and just motions to go on their way.
Right. Then he takes all that in. You guys set out forward. All of you, session comes to an end.
Oh,
Average, I don't like this habit of yours.
No.
I'm dead. I'm keeping quiet.
The session's over.
You have to be quiet.
Well,
Holy shit.
I said the session was over for all of you.
Oh.
Not speaking
what?
about average.
Oh.
It's a good thing you're here. Yep.
Wait, what?
Come on. Yep. Room is light. There's light everywhere. Candle lights. I'll stay in bed forever now. Gonna have to charge you double. Wakey, wakey. You come through to see a small gnome getting some stuff together. And it's all black. Let me try to fix something. Here we go. How about now?
Who that?
Yeah,
Oh.
better.
The black abyss. Small gnome is getting some stuff together. There we go.
Oh, good.
Ah. Look at you, looking real clean. The name's Clamdor. Clamdor. Engineer.
What? Where am I?
Well, you're at my depository. Some people call it the Emporium. Other people call it the machine shop. But I call it home. You see, you experience something. You experience death. But with death is life, and life is death, in an endless cycle. You took a charge from the globe of the Ninth Arcana to get you back on your feet, son, and it's a very expensive one you're going to be walking off for the rest of your days. But it's already paid for. Here, you may want to read this, kid. I don't like taking shady jobs. Don't look at me. I'm gonna go drop a deuce over here. You see, this is what I call a toilet. A modern amenity for properly wiping one's ass. Anyways, I know the letter's supposed to be sealed. Don't open it till you're alive again. But curiosity, I am a scientist after all. Oh, God. That freaking lasagna.
He'll leave and then take the letter with him or whatever the note is.
Yeah, you leave and you see that in this room just it seems like some type of cosmos is swinging around the entire room. These are not stationary symbols of planets; they are just active stuff. In the center is the sun, and you could see painted visions and stuff of old metal god technology and metal rain. And the center of this core, you remember, as you look upon it, you get flashes of it and being induced in it as it shocked and brought you back to a 9th level spell in this campaign setting, Raised Dead. And you feel exhausted, but you imagining eventually get to that letter, or do you explore a little more?
I'll look at the letter first.
Hey, it's me. You could tell the writing is Nikita. I had to make sure it looked like you were dead. This all came to pass, then Turma and me are gonna leave the city. You need to get stronger. Once he finds out you're really alive, he's gonna come for you again. Yasuke helped me put the funds together to afford Clamdor's machine. I knew the only way we can get Night Chapter's eye off of you if they thought you were dead. We need definitive, absolute evidence of your death. I know you'll never trust me again, but even in the end, I did what I could for you. I'm always gonna love you. I don't know if I mean that like family loves each other. It's fucked, I know. It's real fucked. But it's also where we're at. Yasuke says no more. Said Turma's gonna get you or he will. I don't suspect you'll see me again. It was a part of the price. Take care. And don't believe what they say. You are the original.
Amrut will look at the letter. Then he'll start ripping it up.
Oh, god damn, extra cream.
And he'll kick this door open.
Bust it open.
Oh, God. Hey.
Yeah, just finishing up here.
How much did that cost? Is there anything left?
50,000 gold pieces. I know it burnt through the last Arcana scroll I had. Not many people in the world that could produce 9th level magic. This machine here is a bit of a cheat, used by the metal gods and the mind flavors of old. Shit, I rebuilt it, so it's mine. Don't worry, you don't owe me anything. I suppose, except for your life. Name's Clamdor, by the way. E. Clamdor, engineer.
Huh. I've heard of you. I know you can make weird machines and metal arms. Weapons.
Yep. You probably also heard I was old. But look at me now, baby. If you want to know more about me, just ask your mom about me. Yeah.
I came from a test tube, buddy. But sure.
All my kids came from a test tube, if you catch my drift. In any case, I heard you're also one of my students. What an odd coincidence that your body would be given to me. I would then dump 50,000 gold pieces into the cannabis to destroy a soul in order to restore one. Yeah, you heard it right. Took a life to gain a life. Price of living.
What? Who'd you kill?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to ask your mom. We learned a long time ago how to transmute life, but it comes at a price. Someone's gotta pay it. Here, let me show you. He lifts up his watch. He showed you 2 glasses. One's filled with water, one's empty. You're that empty cup there. There ain't no downpour where this cup is. It's gonna stay empty until you take from the other. I split it. And that other life there is sometime close to you. Female, I might imagine. Quite fancy of you, that is. Her time is ticking. Every moment you breathe is a moment she loses. Every day you walk is a day out of her book. I don't just kill people. I'm not a villain. I was told to save a life and I saved it. And the person was more than willing. Cute girl, I might add.
I'm guessing this was your sponsor.
Indeed it was.
Fuck.
Listen, ain't no one bringing you back from the brink of death again. My machine is bent. It's gonna take me at least a year to put this shit back together. And even if I could, I don't have the Arcana scroll to redo it. And even if I did, I don't have the life to trade to do it. Count your blessings. You're just lucky the Sky Knight chose run the bodies through me for experiments. I'm a man of science and the future.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah, well, whenever you get yourself worried, just remember there's an engineer named Clamdor, just in case you forgot. And he's looking out for your well-being. Still expect you in class on Monday. Now explain that to your friends. Well, shit.
Wait, so I just show back up to class like nothing happened?
You still got things to learn, don't you? You could drop from the course, but I'm looking to make sure something like this don't happen again. I'm looking to prepare you. Just like I prepared the people in Metal Rain to fight and save the world. It was me, you know, that delivered the final blow to Eve Rest right before she asked me to bear her children.
What?
That's right. Don't get your tits in a knot now. It's the truth. It's how I've seen it. Yeah, you can do it inside if you want.
Yeah.
You can do it just better now. I mean, you're none the wiser. I mean, you weren't there 50, 60 years ago.
That doesn't seem possible.
I don't, but here we are. You were dead and you're alive. Talk about impossibilities. No one's been resurrected in a long time. So what are you going to believe? Someone who just brought the dead back to life? Or you're just going to not trust the man who gave you back your breath? Come on now, Clamdo wouldn't be wrong. I remember it like it was yesterday. She came at me with her hair, and I pulled one of them snakes. She liked it, but the second one she didn't. Then I put her in the dirt, and everyone kept chanting my name, and here we are.
Where's the exit?
Right there. Welcome to my space. Go on, don't fall down the cliff, and don't mess with the goats. The goats are good people.
You got any meds or?
Hell yeah, I've got meds. You've already cost me more than you could afford.
Fine.
Tell you what, you come to class, though, I'll get you top of the line stuff. Things that'll keep you kicking even after you stop.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Oh, don't thank me, thank her. And he taps his machine. Oh, and that other broad that you had with you, too.
Huh?
Your friend. One that looked out for you.
Yeah?
She's not here. You seem expecting. You just know that you got good people. So you must be a good man. And I appreciate good men and women. Now, when you get back to your friends, they're probably shooken up, so the sooner the better. In any case, don't forget the name Clamdor. That's E. Clamdor, engineer.
Sure. I'm off now.
Take care. Hey, one more thing.
Yep.
Ask your mom about me. Good luck, kid.
Okay.
As you exit, you're literally at the peak of Icarus. His facility is at the tippity-toe top. And as you look down upon the city and make your advance, give me your final thought for the session and close us out.
So look out there. I used to know how long he's been gone. Is he still like fairly beat up, or is he like fully like healed, or?
Your body looks brand new. You're still exhausted, but you think a single long rest will remove all instances of it under this situation.
Well, no rest for the living. He starts heading, I guess, like down the stairs.
Yeah.
Or however he gets down there.
It's breezy. You see a bunch of goats, and the session ends with one of them going, "Bah!" That is where we close out for the night. Thank you, Amrut. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the stream. I guess while my players talk and have a crazy time in the 30 seconds to which I'm restricted, I'll see you all next week. Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
My boy's alive.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Tune in next week.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in. Our victory is in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war.